So, yes, you got through 2 rooms. You collected the pieces of the puzzle of each of them.
Did we? Did we collect the pieces from this room?
We did. It was the book.
The book, okay.
And you have yet to go down the 3rd passageway in this.
I walk back to the main room, and that is while remembering the positions of the traps in the hallway.
If you're adequately lighting the area, and you guys have already kind of paid attention,
I just look at Misha and
there, no problem.
Point to my sword.
Woo. All right.
And we already know basically that the next one is going to be some kind of bad water.
Guess we'll
Spoiler.
Just walk.
No light cantrip for me.
We figured that out, kind of.
Yeah, that is some huge bad spoilers. So what do you guys want to do?
Should we place the items in the containers now, or wait?
We need the last item from the 3rd room still.
Yeah, I'm saying we can either hold them all at once or put them into their respective containers now.
All right, can I put the hand in the
Yeah, I think we should hold on to them.
Box.
Okay.
I'm fine with waiting.
I don't mind either way.
There's gonna be a trap.
Oh, it's always a trap.
It's a trap.
So let's not put all 3 of them in at once, because we're gonna get triple donged.
All right. Well then, like Halder said, we'll wait till we collect all the items from the last room too.
I mean, we don't want to just leave them here unattended, and then some guy comes up behind us. It's nothing personal, you know.
Yeah, nothing personal, kid. This appears to be a long hallway from what I can tell.
Yep, you previously threw down a rock that skittered down the stairs until it kind of rested on a platform down there at the bottom.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Do there appear to be any traps similar to the one in the last hallway?
Do there appear to be traps similar to the one in the last hallway?
Floor plates, I believe.
Or really any traps that I can tell.
Roll for stupidity.
Roll for stupidity.
You're gonna have to make a perception check, my man. If that is your desire.
11.
Your real name.
Kirill. So,
wow, what the heck?
As you guys are stomping down these stairs with no attention to stealth at all, of course. Kirill, you notice that one of the steps is false. And it's about a quarter of the way down. And if you press it, something bad might happen. But something good might happen too.
Okay.
I'm going to step over that step.
Without telling us.
I would like to say that there's a false step, and
my roll 20.
You should all be wary to not step on it.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, so without incident, you guys get to the bottom. What's the marching order as you're stepping into this room?
Me first.
The classic.
Kirill
first, then me.
Go ahead and move yourselves.
And then whatever cucks are... Well, I'm reloading my page, apparently.
Don't do that.
Misha, do you want to be last? Or do you want me to go behind you?
I think I was in front of Haldir normally.
Kirill, move your character.
Whatever you want to do.
Order is.
I think you're behind me.
Am I? I'll be behind you.
Like this.
Like that. Tau at the back.
Tau with the matrix numbers.
Back of the bus.
The hell's
where
going
I feel
on with
safest. Yeah.
Where he belongs.
That's where the fister usually goes.
Jeez.
I've seen Human Centipede.
It's gonna be a long session.
I have not seen that. I do not want to.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I'd never.
As you guys step into this area, because you guys are all the way down at the bottom at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we would walk into
let's
the room. Everybody get up here.
Oh no.
Oh, I couldn't even see
if
the
we were
room.
trap checking.
In the chamber, there are half-circle platforms. The water is mostly pure on the left, and there's a black, murky
section.
section on the right. The chamber has kind of an acrid scent to it as well.
Acrid.
Acrid. In the
Vocab.
center of the chamber, and the ceiling's about 30 feet up from where you are. You can tell just kind of glancing into the water and seeing how far the platforms are from the base of it as your light kind of fills this room. It's about 10 foot deep, the water is all around this area. And you can see that there are small holes all over the floor of the water. I don't know how to say it, the bottom of this pool. And in the center, hanging down from the top, is a massive bowl that you can't see into or over the top of, but it's held up by pillars or kind of like metal bars that hold it in place. And at the very bottom of it, there is kind of like a funnel. So essentially, this bowl funnels into the bottom or the center of this pool. Let's see. These little black circles on each side. There's a lever on the wall of each one of these platforms. And the saying was, water has a kindred aspect to spirit. It is easily befouled, and the process of cleansing it is often an arduous task.
Eldir, how is your spare hand with distance?
Mage hand.
Yeah.
I can reach.
Isn't it 30 feet?
Is it?
I think it barely can't, but I don't know the range.
I don't know.
I just thought it was 30.
30.
Rip.
I'll handle it.
Okay.
Oh.
Pun intended.
A little bit.
I want to drop a stone with the light cantrip on into this dark, acrid. See if we can see if there's anything else causing that cloud of gross.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Ah no! Everybody roll initiative.
No.
Attack roll. What's that? Just
Just straight D20, add your dex mod,
okay.
and that's it. Actually, you can add your strength mod, really, but
They're
whichever.
both the same.
Boom.
Wow, I was
18.
not expecting that.
So you land it straight into the center of this. You saw that ping, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Straight into the center
dark.
of this pool, this darkness, and as it plops in your darkness or into that dark, murky area, the light is so obscured that you can't really see or make it out where it was, where it landed.
Fireball it.
I cannot do that.
Hold on 1 second while you guys can start talking
Is this
about
a
but I
plane?
gotta
Is this
find
a
pen real
plain
quick.
room, or is this is there any intricacy on the walls? Like any fixtures, statues anywhere?
There are no fixtures or statues anywhere. There's just the levers.
Okay.
But go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. So near the entrance, actually just to the right of it, low on the wall, you can see or you notice that there is a iron dagger that is mostly decayed and stripped away. It's basically it's just the hilt, and there's a small portion of the blade that still has an edge to it. And scrawled on the wall is the words, "They keep coming."
Okay.
Do you share that
Having noticed
knowledge?
that, I share it with the group, obviously.
Okay. And I will be right back as I search for
Specifically, I just pointed out. We
That's,
all inspect it.
That's
1 second, I'm gonna
disturbing.
piss.
Oh. Well, then I'm going to grab
Thanks for
some cobbler.
sharing.
Oh no.
What kind of cobbler? This is important.
Cherry.
All right.
Gross.
Nah.
You pass.
I'd say failed, but it's okay.
I mean, she failed on Cobbler.
Yeah, because Toe hates literally everything that anybody ever says.
That's true,
No,
actually.
no.
It's
no.
very, very.
It's very true.
I actually Cherry Cobbler's probably great, but Peach Cobbler is like
It's called backpedaling.
the greatest thing in the world.
They keep coming.
I'd also say with that perception check, you notice that the funnel in the center is dripping that black liquid.
This one?
Yes. Well, no. In the there's
Oh,
like
this.
this bowl, the bowl that's in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dripping. It's dripping just
Peter
every
wants
once in a while, just a
by the
little
way,
bit of.
Thomas.
That's fine. Black liquid.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Mending on this dagger and see what happens.
Okay. Go ahead and read off the mending spell.
It probably doesn't actually do anything. Hold on, let me read it. Because I think it only does like tear. It's something really specific. Now I think the spell repairs a single break or tear in an object, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key.
No, it's not gonna restore the old dagger.
I didn't think so.
Ye
but,
olden dagger.
Ye olden dag.
Does it have any
So-
iconography on it?
No, it looks like it's just very plain, simple but effective tool.
What material would I discern it to be made of?
A metal, an iron,
Just like
probably. Yeah.
this is like basic bitch dagger, right?
Basic bitch dagger.
Okay.
Tao's staying back in the hall.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know how you have all those numbers on you.
Thanks for
either.
noticing.
Can't get rid of them.
I can't get rid of
He
them.
put them on there.
His new name is Fibonacci.
That's not even the sequence.
It's not.
Tao been killed.
He got them off. He's a miracle worker.
He's reborn.
Well,
Cool.
how deep's this water? Look approximately.
It's about 10 foot deep.
Oh, okay. Is
So
it a
who
pretty
wants to
hard line between the shadows in this water and the regular water around it? Or is it just gradually
It's-
become darker as you get to the center of this mess?
It gradually becomes darker around the edges until it's just a thick,
Jet black in
Black.
the middle. Okay.
yeah, mass.
So who wants to go in?
Knowing that we were running into water that needed to be purified, I did train the purified food and water.
You say you know this, but we have
Sure.
no idea.
No, we did
Well,
know
yeah,
it. It was
yeah, they did.
literally in the
Mhm.
clue, like the thing he said. We already read your player notes from last session.
I mean, since when are clues direct? But okay.
Sometimes they're very direct. The one that said it was going to kill someone if it tried to take it, that was pretty direct too. But the thing is that it doesn't work on magical things, which we don't know what this is. And if it's coming from the big dish up above, I'd have to get up there somehow because it's only 10 feet.
How high is it up there to the?
So as you're kind of looking at the bowl, it's about 10 feet where the lowest part of the bowl and where the valve is about 10 feet away from the surface of the water. And then you're looking up at the bowl, you can actually see just above it. It's kind of getting a little bit out of your line of sight and out of your range of sight. You can see that there is actually a large opening above the bowl, and there's like a clear, shiny metallic rod that's probably 5 foot. It's huge in this 30-foot diameter hole that goes straight up above the bowl.
So the issue is probably the bowl and whatever that rod is doing to it. I'm assuming originally it wasn't supposed to be black.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but we don't
I do
know
not
that.
want to. I don't want to deal with any of this room because I'm wearing heavy ass armor. If I go in there, I'm not coming out.
The water's not that deep, right?
You
said
sure
it was
you're a
10
human,
feet?
right?
10
I am a
feet.
human. Oh well, I suppose you'd have to still keep your head up over the water. Or you want me to like jump into the bowl? How far away is the
No.
bowl from where we are? Like distance.
Yep.
It's
Ping
like
it.
probably a 15-foot jump
Would it be a...
to
This
the
is-
lip of it, and it's also like 15
What's
feet up.
suspending
Dude,
this
I'll
bowl?
jump in it.
There's metal rods that are like coming down from the ceiling that are holding it up.
Are there 3 of them?
You know what?
There's-
I think we
there's
should
like
just go
6 of
pull a lever.
No, let's do
My,
the stupid shit first.
Well, they keep coming, so I'm assuming once we start this problem, it might be an endless fight
Yeah.
until we finish
We should
it.
just have Kirill by
Do you wanna get
the door.
one person on each platform, maybe?
Or no.
And if you're going to the far platform, avoid the poisons.
Wow, good tip.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, just to be clear. And then Kirill can stay on this one since he's so heavy.
Yeah.
Kirill's gonna die in his heavy armor fucking swimming over.
No,
No.
you just need to stay on the main platform that we're
Stay
on
on
right
the
now.
main platform.
I'm
You
kidding.
can
Is
guard
this
the
room actually
doorway.
shaped this retarded, or did you just not unveil some of the
Oh
stuff?
my god.
It's shaped this retarded.
Okay.
It wasn't built
Wow.
very well.
It's
All right,
just like-
how about
It just looks really goofy over here. Is all I'm saying. I don't know.
That's not
what
the
do you
player
mean,
map.
Like right here.
Wow.
That's not the
Yeah,
map. We
I'm
can't.
gonna
These are
make a
These are
swim.
walls, dude. We can't see over there.
Why do you
Stop,
have
stop,
to
stop
that, stop
shame?
that,
We're shut
no.
off now. Way to go, Toe. Or
No, that's
How
good
dear.
information because I thought I could walk over here.
That would have been nice,
No.
yeah.
There you go.
If you guys
That's
want
awesome.
to hang out here, I'm going to go swim to this
Well,
platform
Misha, if
past
you
the
want, I
poison.
can pick you up, and I can fly with the Nimbus Blade, and you can cleanse it, and we can fly back. The bowl.
The bowl? We could try that. Did you want to blow a fly spell on that? I don't
I
know.
don't
It
have a
doesn't
fly
work on
spell.
magic.
I have
We've never
I have
used
an activation.
How does your activation work again? Because it's really weird.
It's a Nimbus Blade.
Like-
So I
It's one
activate it,
per
and I
day.
gain
It's
gain
not
flight
that
speed.
weird.
just accept it.
No, but
I
it's
think it
like
might just be on a short
fly
rest.
spell
It is a
lasts-
short rest.
Your spell lasts 6 seconds? Or 3 seconds?
It lasts a round.
6 seconds.
I will say, looking at Purify Food and Drink, which is what I'm assuming you're talking about, it
Yeah.
says all non-magical food and drink within 5-foot radius sphere, centered on the point you choose within 10 feet range, is purified and rendered
poison.
free of poison and disease.
Which is kind of what this smells like. So I was going to say, if I can get to the bowl, maybe, but it's just if it's not
Certainly,
magical,
but
it's-
if
Kinda,
their
it smells
creatures
more
are
like
coming,
an acid.
yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like
rather
something
than-
different.
I was assuming that was a poison.
An
Okay.
acid. Okay.
All
I
right.
think you probably shouldn't swim in the water. That's not.
Yeah, but we have to get over there at some point.
Can we
Do
put it?
we?
We don't have to.
Literally not possible to get to the other side of this long
Alright,
platform.
Well, how's about this? We got a bunch of rope. There's these pillar things. Fucking throw a rope, get it over it somehow.
How do you
now
tie
tie
the
it
other
up.
side?
You swing it over.
We're gonna lasso this shit.
Oh
Indiana
my
Jones across the ceiling.
goodness.
You could potentially try.
Let's see the dexterity checks.
Who said anything about dexterity? I need strength to throw that rope so far.
What do you need? Yeah, who cares about accuracy? Anyway, I'm all in to not have to step into the acid water.
I'd like to pull out one of my 500 ropes.
Okay.
and,
Sure.
Chuck-
Load it
chuck
up
it
with
at-
torches.
We gotta like tie it into a net or something almost.
I'm gonna turn into a lasso. I don't know if I have knowledge of lassos.
I would
Well-
say you know how to make something that
What are we hooking to?
As in, there
So-
like things like pillars on each
Yep.
of the platforms.
There's also, if your lassoing is good, these are levers, right? Could we just lasso the lever?
I like that plan better, even
Oh
though
my
it's
God.
just
I
it's
mean-
just as
Well,
bad, but I
It's
like
just
it
as
better.
bad, but
We
I
can
mean,
just
literally.
throw there, put it on there, and then all go back to the main platform.
the problem is that they're worried that the water will burn us. Can I? You know what? All right, I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna be the idiot. I'm gonna put my hand, like a finger, into
In
the
the
water
water?
here, in front of me. Yeah.
okay. You put
I
your hand
stop
into
her
the water.
as she does that,
You catch me
and
from
I put the end of my hempen
Goose
rope
is
in the
dead
water
body.
instead.
Ooh.
Okay. So the rope slinks into the water. How far do you let it drop?
10 feet to the bottom.
Yeah, 10 feet to the bottom. Nothing happens.
Okay, I pull it out, inspect it, nothing happened. Okay.
No burns.
Nope.
I'm gonna like look at Tammin as I slowly touch the water with my finger.
Can we tell if it's magic water?
Can we
No, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, not really. Do you have any way to detect it?
Not
Do
inherently.
you personally suspect that it is magic water? Because if you do, then yeah, sure.
You could
it's
check
magic water.
to see if it's an elemental.
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
Oh my
that
God.
It's like this is gonna be like that boss from like Ocarina of Time.
You could check with Haldir, since Haldir has our big magic knowledge, unless you're also good in arcane.
Haldir's becoming the librarian bitch.
Well, arcane is kind of up his alley.
Misha just likes to take and take.
On a side note, I didn't burn myself, did I?
You did not. It didn't cause any pain at all.
All right, I'll swim over to this thing,
Okay.
throwing my cloak on the ground.
So you slap your cloak on the ground and then you dive in. And so water is difficult terrain.
Yes.
So your movement speed is halved while you're moving through it. And so you're just going to try and swim straight across?
Yeah.
Sure. What is everybody else doing while he's doing this?
I'm gonna.
Before he does that,
Go
I
ahead.
would like to tie a rope around him.
Oh, it's like a line to pull
I
him
would
back?
like to,
That's
yeah,
smart. That's smart.
I would also like to keep an eye on the dark cloud to see if there's any difference, like any,
Whoa, my man.
or if the water reacts
Where
to
do
the
you
motion.
think you're going? Okay, so Haldir, while you are swimming towards this platform, it's going pretty well. You dived in, you're getting some distance, you're moving pretty quick. That's probably a good idea. You take critical hit.
Oh my God.
These are fucking retarded.
23 points of damage
Jeez.
as water slides around you and over the top of you and pulls you down, crushing out some of your breath. And
Is
it
this-
pulls you 5 feet down. You can see Haldir move, but you can't see.
I
anything
cast Misty
around.
Step to the platform.
Okay.
My reaction.
Sure.
Nice.
The dark pool of like whatever move or react while he was getting.
The
Pulled
dark
under?
pool on the right did not move at all.
Okay.
Told you to
okay.
fireball it.
I don't think it's just.
So
I
the
don't
wa-
have that spell.
No.
The water is alive.
Took 21 dude. He's almost dead.
23 points of damage.
23.
Yikes.
And I'd like you all to roll initiative.
I already
God
did.
damn it.
Perfect.
I do see that.
23, you said?
23.
23, yeah.
Are you unconscious at the start of the round? Just kidding.
Not quite.
We're fine.
These guys got some bad initiative.
Guys, he said. More than one.
Well, they keep
He
coming,
meant
so if we
us.
don't get to the if we don't make it to the levers, we're probably in trouble. This is the
I
whole
think we have to hit them all at once.
coming thing.
All right, so it will go Tammin, Kirill,
Tao, I think
And
you are the
then-
best candidate to swim to the far one because you have the
Yeah, I'm
most
gonna,
speed.
I'm gonna jump the fuck out of
Yeah,
it.
I think you have the most
Ow.
athleticism of all of us.
Misha, and okay,
Let's
I think
try
Tammin.
that's-
Tammin,
Tammin.
what do you do?
You gonna
I'm
fly
going
one?
to attempt to dash to this platform.
running
Uh,
jump.
attempt to. Running jump, I mean, it's not gonna...
Yeah. Get a good clearing distance here.
Do I have enough distance? Isn't it 10 feet for someone without a feet? I don't know. I would just lose the same amount of
It's
distance.
based on your strength, and you have none.
I have -1 then.
You have -1 strength.
Yeah. Don't you remember me caressing the fire bitch? Anyway, the path I want to take is I don't want to go through the cloud of crap. I want to go like this.
That's 20.
Hold
Okay.
on. I suggest we go to the lasso plan.
So after Haldir gets
Oh, well,
tricked, you're like, all right.
technically
hold on,
he
wait a
did
minute."
say that he was going to tie Haldir before he went
Yeah,
over
I
there.
did.
You did, and he slipped
Eh.
out of it by Misty
Okay.
Step.
Rip.
Oh, that's true.
Alright, everyone tie a rope
Anyway,
around
so my
yourself.
first
Before you
20
go
feet
anywhere.
or 15 feet for difficult terrain is, I guess to here or here, whatever you decide, Tom. Whatever you decide is fair.
So
You're hard.
Because I don't know about the corner. Like I don't know how you rule the corners.
yeah, that would be 15. Sure, that's fine. You
Okay.
can go to there. That's fine. Okay, and then now you're gonna cut across.
I am.
Okay, so from the darkness, a creature takes an attack of opportunity on you, and you see the people who are behind him and kind of watching this unfold. You see that part of the blackness, like pure blackness, pulls out and stabs towards him, trying to grasp him and hold him in place.
Hmm.
Let's see. Be with advantage too.
Uh-oh, he's
All
behind me.
right. What's your AC?
18.
He does not connect. You're just kind of kicking, paddling away as best you can, and you manage to get past it.
Okay, awesome. So the additional
So
movement
it would be
would just be
10, 20.
Yeah, I think right here. Because I have
30.
30 movement speed, so I just get here. Okay.
Okay.
Works for me.
That passes to Kirill.
Alright, so who do I have ropes around?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody right now.
You only
Alright,
did Haldir and he missed, you stepped out of it.
Alright, I would like to move myself to here and put a rope around Tao. So if anything happens to him, I can pull him back in.
Okay, you can do that.
And
Or
I,
help pull him back up if he gets pulled
Yes,
under.
exactly.
I like it. I like it.
All
And
right.
with that, I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Passes to Haldir.
I'm gonna drink a potion.
Feel free.
Let's see the big money, dude.
Huge.
Nice.
Pretty good.
And then I don't see any obvious threats at the moment, right? Like something I could actually target.
You can see shifting in the water behind you that's coming towards you. You can't make out the creature, if it is a creature, but there's something moving in the water.
Can you ping where he's seeing it?
Yeah, it's like right here. You can just kind of see roiling in the water, I suppose.
Okay.
And over here, there's also some movement in action. Think like Mary and Pippin threw something into the water at the Watchers, so and they can see like this kind of shifting around and stuff.
Idiots.
But the water is clear. Like, you can see the bottom, so whatever is in it, at least the top.
Should that be
What do
a
you do with
plus
your
2,
action?
Haldir?
I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna ready a chromatic orb for something spooky.
Okay. And something spooky does indeed come as you like turn around and start prepping the spell. You see coming out of that water a watery face that's kind of just dripping and falling but reforming constantly, pulls itself out onto the platform just a little bit, and with one of its arms it stretches and reaches to attack you, but your chromatic orb goes off first.
16?
16 hits.
Lightning damage. 18. Are they vulnerable?
They are not vulnerable, but they're not resistant. So that's good. Okay, that's pretty solid. So it kind of screeches out as you slam into it with that lightning chromatic orb. I don't even really know what that would look like, but I love it. And it's going to make its attack against you. It's very visible, being out of the water. Doesn't have advantage. 23 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. All right.
Shield.
No, 3D. I don't think it would have saved him. You take 9 points of damage, and you are pulled back into the water.
Oof. Just on the edge there.
Just on the edge there. You can still, like, it's like dragging you back off the platform. Your legs are getting pulled, and your arms are just kind of flailing as you slide across the smooth stone, and it pulls you into the water, and it's trying to hold you and grapple you there.
You said
And
it took 9?
And you are grappled, yes. You take 9 crushing or bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Very soon I will outstrength this beast.
All right. That passes to Tau.
All right. All right, let's see.
Okay. Patient defense and my turn.
Yeah, I was gonna make that joke, but I'm not going to. I'm
No.
holding myself back.
Yeah.
Maybe next round. Yeah. I'm gonna stand behind Kirill. No. I think I'm okay. So how would making a jump action toward so I'm clearing as much distance before hitting the water?
There's some type of rules for it. I'll say you can jump the amount of feet equal to your strength number.
Okay.
If you run
That
and
would
jump,
be-
1.5 times it.
Well, that's a hard 0. So
No, not your modifier. Your strength score.
Oh, okay. 11. Okay.
So 11 feet, and if you run and jump, 15 feet.
Okay.
Let's see that big boy athleticism from Tau.
Okay. I want to do that.
Okay, so you take a quick jaunt, 15 feet, splash into the water. Perfect. That's all regular movement expended.
Okay.
You need to spend 40 feet of movement to get to the edge of the...
Right.
If you dash,
So he
you
spent
get-
non-difficult terrain 15 feet to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So he technically has 25 left, and now he's in difficult terrain, so he's 12 and a half left.
12 and a half. Yeah, that would make sense.
So you'd get
But
to
then
like
if you
you'd get to
dash,
like
you would
right
get-
there. And then you could dash to the platform if you don't get pulled or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm going to attempt that. So it'd be the 12 feet. Right about there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dash to the end, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there's nothing
Nice.
there to resist you. You make it.
Cool. All right, I'm going to end my turn right there.
Okay. Is that all your movement?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It should be, yeah.
Misha.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 40. Yep.
In range of Tammin, Kirill, so I'm gonna do a bless on me, Tammin, and as my action, and bonus action cast spiritual weapon, which has 60-foot range, and I'm gonna start stabbing at that thing that pulling in Haldir.
Okay. It's pulled itself back into the water, so you have disadvantage with the attacks.
That's weird. I clicked it and it. Oh, it just did it over there.
10.
All right.
Yep. So 7 does not, fortunately. And how much points of damage did you
7?
deal?
Well, she
you
rolled
deal-
a 10.
She rolled a
not
10,
7,
Tom.
but
10 is the hit.
that probably doesn't hit it. That probably doesn't hit it anyway.
Does bless work on your attacks though? Because I just blessed myself.
No, she didn't
As
roll a
an
10.
attack roll.
Did she?
She rolled a 10 and an
10 and
11.
Yeah, what?
She rolled a 3
I see-
plus 4 plus 3.
I have to hit spiritual weapon to cause spiritual
That's
weapon
the
to trigger.
total, right? Yeah.
What's the plus 4 and the
10
plus 3
doesn't
from?
hit. That's
What are you
like
talking
her,
about?
her
I missed
mods.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just.
Her
I
total
don't-
roll was 10 and 11, so neither of those hit.
I just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
you
If
just
I
said
didn't know
7.
if bless was applied.
So I was.
It's not
You-
applied. That's why I'm
Okay,
asking if I
okay.
should roll bless or does it even matter?
It could hit, yeah.
I'm gonna roll bless.
Do it.
Hit that.
It does not hit.
Ah, well, I
Unfortunately.
tried.
It's got 15
You dealt
AC.
17 points of damage before. Is that correct, Haldir?
I believe it was 18.
It is 18.
18.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that was your bonus action and action. Passes to.
I do want to move a hair away from the edge.
You can do that.
So I'm not just standing on
You
the
did
edge.
see from Haldir's perspective, it reached about 10 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was
to-
gonna say. I want to get out of like instant water grabbing range. There we go.
Sure,
Nice.
sure. So the dark mass that's in the water swirls towards and encompasses
Oh no.
Tammin, and it makes an attack against you, trying to
Okay.
grapple and hold you there. But it does not connect again, missing.
Nice.
Tammin, do you have any metal on your person that is non-magical?
I do. I have my standard rapier. My engraved short sword is silver, and my nimbus blade is magical. And if you consider a longbow, potentially
No.
metal, that might be. And
No, but your arrowheads would be.
the only other thing would be my non-magical arrows, and I guess my I don't want to say this. Technically, my little offhand blocker thing that we're considering a shield,
Yeah,
is
and also your-
non-magical.
and also your money.
Yes,
Okay.
true. Which
Sure.
is gold. I
Alright.
guess that is metal. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It
Okay.
sure is. Okay. Passes to Tammin, top of the round.
Okay. I am going to
You're,
try.
out-
to
you're no longer swimming in water. You're in this darkness, basically.
Okay, so just I'm in the same spot, but the darkness is around me, right?
Correct.
Am I seeing any figures, or is it just dark water?
No, not really. I mean, you can feel as you're kind of like swimming
Thicker.
and pulling.
Something
It's like,
like
yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah,
less
more
viscous.
viscous, or
Less.
less viscous rather. I mean, I'm still going to try to swim out. I'm going to try to get to land here. The first 20 feet
Okay.
of movement, considering it.
So as you start
Difficult terrain.
kicking away, it's going to make an attack opportunity against you. This time it hits at 21,
Okay.
and you're grappled.
Ooh. All right.
You also take 17 points of damage.
Wait, he can't
Yikers.
withdraw.
He cannot move any further. So you make it to here, let's say. You're one movement tile away, but you're currently grappled. So you
Okay,
need to use
so
your
I need
action.
to use my action to break out, which I will attempt to do.
Okay.
Is that a strength check?
Yep. Strength, or no, it's either your acrobatics or your athletics to break.
Oh, okay. Let's do
It's
acrobatics.
a contest.
16.
18. You're held.
Oof. Okay.
Is that
Fuck.
a saving throw? Or
It-
is it...
No, that's not a
Is
saving throw.
Not a saving throw.
It's a check.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
held.
use. Well, that's my action. I can't do anything else. Well, actually, that's
Yeah,
not
you
true. I'm
can
gonna
bonus
second wind.
action. Second wind, yeah. So I figured. Whew, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's hitting me that hard. I kind of don't want to be too low. Okay.
All right,
Well, that'll be my turn.
Carol.
Yikes.
Hammond and Haldir are both getting grappled and ripped up by unforeseen or unseen targets.
Strip naked boy.
I would like to grab another rope. And I would
Oh
like
my
to,
god.
The rope master.
I would like to throw it at Haldir.
The Ropadin.
Okay.
I would like to see if he can catch it and maybe like toss it around himself. It's kind of like throwing like a life vest, except it's a rope.
Rope Man and Rock Girl are on the ledge.
I don't know if I have to roll anything to do that.
You're gonna try and throw a rope around Haldir. That's your intent.
Or just that he can catch it.
That he can catch it.
Yeah.
How far away is that? Just make a strength check. That's it. Just a straight check. Okay. That's a save, but it would be 12 or so anyways, I imagine. In any case, it lands splashing into the water next to Haldir. Okay. That ends your turn, I imagine.
It's 15, I think.
Yeah.
For just a check. I guess it is not. You would get proficiency.
Yeah, I guess it's. Well, he doesn't have. That's not even proficiency. That's just his strength mod.
Oh, because he's a paladin. That makes sense. In any case, you succeed. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action?
I would like to like just look at the bowl that's hanging above everything and see what it's doing right now. Maybe like a perception check.
Sure. So again, you just see that it's kind of continually, like every 3 or 4 seconds, dropping just a small, tiny amount of black liquid that looks very similar to that mass that's over there on the right-hand side of the room for you. Just a small little drip. Okay. That passes your turn to Haldir. You are currently grappled.
So, in order to break the grapple, I have to do an opposed strength check or what?
You would have to do either an acrobatics check or a athletics check to break free of him. If you choose to grab the rope and have Kirill help you, you would get advantage, but he would be pulling you away.
How many feet
platform.
away? I was curious about this.
Like
5 feet, 10 feet?
Yeah.
So which one? Because it matters.
10 feet.
Yeah.
He would pull you 10 feet.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the option he's going to pick. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm able to cast Misty Step.
You are, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. I will double check the distance on this bitch real quick. Okay. It's 30 feet. Can I make it to here? Or nah?
He can make it to right next to where Kirill's standing, and he can grab you and pull you in.
I will do so.
So you back over here, and Kirill pulls you onto the platform.
Yeah. And then, do I get to do anything else? Because that's a bonus action to cast, I believe. Yes.
That is, so you have an action available to you.
Yeah, I'll cast a Chromatic Orb of that thing.
Okay. This would be...
that's a hit.
Yeah.
17 damage.
Nice.
17 damage. All right. It's kind of this gurgly, watery scream as it cries out, getting
Can you
blasted
reenact
by
that?
another. Nope.
Okay.
Getting hit again. And that ends your turn. The creature.
Can I use my movement to get the fuck out of here?
You certainly can.
Great.
Are you gonna go hide in the hallway again?
I fucking hope so, dude.
I'm just gonna go stand back here for a second. I got
He's
some
trying
stuff
not to
do.
die, dude. Come on.
For just a hot minute.
Except for now, we have to get someone else.
I have a feeling we all have to be on the platforms and pull the levers at the same time. So,
That's what I was thinking.
That's if you make it to the.
yeah, if we
Yeah.
don't die.
So, the water mass that was previously harassing Haldir is going to move towards Kirill, and striking from the water, is going to try and tag you and grab you back in.
Okay.
Put a rope
24
on yourself.
hits,
Ooh. 24.
and you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 8, and you're pulled and grappled into the water.
Yikes.
Is the rope that's
Technically,
attached to
the rope
me
is still attached.
to Tao and I, to Both of us
Yeah,
are attached to
but
each
he's like pulling. Yeah, it's still attached. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna ask just so I know. Like, so he attached the rope to Tao, and
Correct.
he attached the rope to Haldir. Are they still
He
connected?
did not attach a rope.
Oh no, he didn't.
other.
You're right. I'm
He
sorry, that
pulled
didn't
us
happen
both
already.
into the water.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the rope was taut.
Yeah,
No,
it
I-
wasn't taunt.
I'm not saying that. I was
in a
just
direction
wondering if
towards-
Haldir could then help him. But you're right. He's missy stepped and that wasn't attached.
So Tao, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, I feel like we really need to get to these levers.
Yeah. Well, you're the closest
How are you
so
looking,
far.
Kirill? Are you looking kind of freaked out? Wait, I didn't catch that. Say that again.
Don't know if you should leave that lever.
He's pulled underneath the water.
I think
so-
I think we need to keep everyone who can get onto a platform should stay because it's not going to get any easier until we pull these levers.
No, I just wanted to see if I should try to save him by pulling him towards me, but that looks like it's a stupid idea with how far he is. I'm
Well-
just gonna move.
I was just going to say, like, is he underwater, Tom, or is he like on the
Okay.
surface pulled in?
Hey, we don't have time to strategize, boys. It's a battle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of
there's-
agree, but
So yes. So what are you doing, Tao?
I'm moving towards the lever.
You
gonna go, like,
easily
right
take one step and make the distance. You pull the lever.
No, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
God bless.
Is that the rest of your turn?
It is, yeah.
Okay, Misha.
So my saber is in range of wherever this creature is here. I'm gonna try to attack it again.
Okay. With disadvantage, that still hits.
Mm-mm.
9 points of force damage.
Smacked him, dude.
And I'm
like
gonna
a
try
Pool
to
noodle hitting water.
running jump into the water. I think I'm gonna get near Kirill.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have 12 strength, so that's like
All right, make a dexterity saving throw as you're running next to this water, this stone. It's really wet. A fall.
Oh my
While
god.
running near the pool. You're fine.
Tom, the
okay. I was gonna
lifeguard.
roll the blast.
Tom's
Alright, so where does that
Tom's
drop
trying to
me?
fuck us.
It drops
That
me
was-
like just on
he's
top of
tired of
Kirill,
playing.
or
Yeah, you can drop right next to Kirill. Yeah.
Cannonball.
Yeah, land on top of him.
All right. What else would you like to do?
That's my bonus action and my action. Oh no, that's my bonus action and my move. Action. I'm gonna also cast a. I'm gonna cast a Word of Radiance.
Hmm.
Why not? Let's see. It says Purify. We'll give it a try.
Yikes.
DC is 15.
You roll the 1.
It's the idea. I'm checking to see if radiant damage does anything.
I gotcha.
No. It's
And it
not a-
hits anything in a circle.
it
What's the
makes it
radius?
It's around me 5 feet.
Okay.
safe. Makes it safe. So it does not take 1 point of damage.
Damn.
You still need
It's
to
alright.
fix your cantrips, by the way.
Yeah, I tried 3 times and it's not working. So
You just
I
need
know
Haldir to help
Fine.
you out. He's a master
Alright,
wizard.
Okay, that was your bonus action. What are you doing with the rest of your? Or that might have been your action. I'm not sure what that.
action, yeah.
Okay. So you
Bonus
still have
action with the
the rest of
blade.
your
Action.
movement.
I will try to. Oh, with the rest of my movement. I can't help Kirill. Damn, because I just did the action. Does he still have a rope on him?
He does.
Since it's not really attached since Haldir Misty stepped, so he's got like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Could I like put a hand on the rope and try to move like
Yep.
at least?
You can free action with that. Sure.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna grab like the rope, and then I don't know, at least 5 foot movement. See if I can give him like a jostle. I don't know how much farther I can move because I've only got.
So it's not taunt enough early to pull. I mean, you can try and basically, since you are holding the rope, you can help him try
Yeah.
and escape his grapple.
That'll work. Yeah.
Okay.
During his.
And you
whatever.
have I think another like 7 feet of movement.
So 1 more.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a much taunter rope now.
Yes. So taunt.
Taunt.
All right. Back to the darkness.
It's up to the top.
Fuck. Nope. All right. Okay. Making its attacks against Mr. Tammin. Trying to crush your ass.
Well, I'm sure it will.
Specifically your ass.
It's a DC 18.
It misses again.
Okay, thank God.
But you've spent 2 rounds in the darkness. All right.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh
We'll
no!
find out. Pass it back to Tammin.
I'm gonna try to break free.
Okay. Good luck.
Fuck.
It's gotta make a.
It's a low roll though, my guy.
You continue to be stuck in that mass. Sorry.
I should have warned Mr. Card. You don't make a marshal without athletics or acrobatics.
Too late.
You're gonna have to find a way.
This could be any character that was in this side of the water, my dude. It has to be someone.
It's your action.
I
What do you
do
with
not
bonus
have any bonus actions to make.
All right, you're stuck
So
there, my guy.
I am stuck, yeah.
And you're running out of air as he's forcing you.
Oh, I'm going
lower
down.
into the
Okay,
pool.
cool. Sick.
It's only been 18 seconds. He's a man, you know.
Yeah,
We'll see, dude.
all right, Kirill, what do you do?
All right, so I'm being constricted by some shit, right?
Yep, you can't see anything, but you can feel like limbs and parts of some type of watery creature wrapping around you and pulling you farther from the surface.
Can I see the thing that's attacking Tammin?
You can't right now. You're kind of occupied.
It's just a cloud of shadows.
It's yeah. You can't even see through this. Just like this black goo.
I need a break from this grapple.
Could definitely try.
What is that? Athletics, strength?
It's an athletics check, and you would have advantage.
Y'all got any more of that advantage?
Okay, you break
I
free of your grapple.
Gave you a bless.
That's
And
true. I
what
didn't
I
use
got.
that.
Bless
Oh well.
doesn't. Unfortunately,
It doesn't help
come into-
on that,
But
yeah.
you break free of your grapple as your action. What would you like to do?
I would like to hold on to the rope that it's also attached to Misha, and I would like to move as far as I can towards this platform.
So that's 5, 10, 15.
He can get onto the platform.
20.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
he's-
can.
What's your move?
You can. I'd say you can make it back onto the platform.
Okay.
Or you can
Oh.
make it just to the platform. And as you do that, it's gonna try and bring you back in. But this time it swings for. Oh, he's got advantage. So.
Anyone else getting flashbacks to Poop Deck?
19. It's 19 hit.
It does, just barely.
All right. So you take.
Woo!
17 points of damage as it crushes you and yanks your ass back in the water right next to Misha. Yoink.
Glurba,
Yeah,
lurba,
it's
lurba,
really
lurba.
strong.
Make sure you reduce
Current
that
is
for
really
your talent.
Was
I
that a
already
dad
did.
joke?
All right. That's Kirill's
Hold
turn.
on, I would also
Oh.
like the second win as a bonus action.
Damn, dude.
can.
Let's see the roll, dude. This is a 1d10 plus 1, right? Boom!
There you go.
That's a good roll.
Not bad. Not bad. But things are not looking good. Haldir, what do you do?
I think I'm gonna shoot at this thing.
Okay.
As ill-advised as that may be.
The one that is grappling. Oh, okay. So you're shooting into the
No,
mass.
I
or you're
have-
shooting at the
No,
No,
I
that's
just
that's him. I don't know what he's doing. As far as I'm concerned, he's dead.
Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I'm dead too. So
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna I'm trying to shoot this thing.
that's on Kirill.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll of whatever type. What are you doing?
Well, I don't want to just keep slinging spells, but I just don't think I can shoot a firebolt into the water. So, so here we go. Chromatic
Oh.
I have
orb.
resistance to that.
that's actually
Holy
nuts.
fuck.
That's a plus 10, dude.
Yeah. Okay, you hit again.
Yikes.
That's not. That's
Those some booty rolls.
some serious booty right there.
All
Okay.
3 of them under average. Yikes.
And what type of damage are you declaring again?
Lightning.
All right. Bonus action.
Yeah. I'm gonna second wind for 10 hit points.
Damn.
Nice.
Pretty lucky with those. Okay. That brings it to the water weird. And it's going to try and choke the shit out of Kirill.
Bring it on, monstrosity. I mean, glur.
23 hits, and you take 12 points of damage reduced to 9 as it's continually pulling you further from the surface and crushing the life out of your body. Tau, you're on the platform by yourself. Your friends are all dying. What do you do?
Fuck them.
Got a lever right next to you.
At this
He's
stage,
tempting
maybe
you with
pulling
it.
the
This is
lever
the
might
Matt
help.
Koval.
I don't
Guys,
know.
even-
That's
I
the
know,
Matt.
Imagine if Cal all he does this turn is pulls the lever.
That's the Matt Koval.
It's a free action.
Tempting him with. He even called it a free action.
Yeah. No.
I'm just fucking with him.
I mean, honestly, at this rate, we're not getting to the levers in time. So, I mean,
No.
whatever. If we go down a big drain, it's okay.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
it.
no.
I don't think that'll happen, but
What are you doing, Tau?
I think
gonna
if
pull
we-
the lever.
Oh no!
I'm going for
There's
it.
gonna be more
Okay.
shadow goop in the room now.
There is just a whole
Yep.
shitload of that
Called
nasty
it.
stuff
Man,
pouring
you guys should be
down.
on your stupid fucking pedestals by now.
I can't, but I'm
Pours
drowning.
all into the room. But and you can see that something in it also starts to move. But after a few moments, the drain stops. There's no more black liquid coming out of the bowl. So that is your free action. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pull it again.
pull it harder down.
He's
Okay.
trying to get it on top of me.
So you pulled it down. Are you like switching it back up?
Don't do that. It's so hard getting it to pull down.
How
actually.
stupid are you? Let's find out.
No, you can definitely do
No,
that.
I want to see what it does. Yeah, I'm gonna do everything I
Misha
can.
and Kirill are about to get engulfed.
Okay, so actually, I should say, so when you pulled the lever, you heard the metallic scraping, and you saw the bottom of the drain, the sluice,
right.
open up, and all that crap came out.
Uh-huh.
And so, as you jiggle it back up, you can see that it starts to close it again. So that's what it would do. You know that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm assuming there's nothing left in there after what you said. Fuck, there's not much for me to do over here at my lonesome. You idiots are all stuck in the water.
Crossbow, dude.
Do you want
Pull
to
me.
hold a rope taunt so
Shit,
he's got advantage getting out of the?
You could. You could take an
That's
action.
good.
To
I
pull it
love
up,
how
right?
this
Exactly.
my turn turns into everybody else's turn.
Do what you
Well,
want.
come up with something
This is
useful.
the peanut gallery.
Dive into the water. Pull out
No,
your
you
fist.
fuckers are stuck.
Misha
I
with the
was-
worst
No,
advice in the
I'm-
entire world.
I know, right? No, I'm gonna start pulling on the rope that's attached to me and Kirill.
Okay. So you can try and break his grapple then.
Okay.
So I guess this would just be athletics. You're not trying to break its that's a pretty good roll.
18.
21
Oof.
beats you.
Fuck.
It's a
So
big boy.
I would say that Kirill is Lair. Kirill is pulled 5 feet before its grapple holds him in place. And that passes Tau's turn unless you want to do anything with your movement.
No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Misha.
All right. So if I go 5 feet out of the water here, I'll hit the ledge and then 20. So I should be able to reach that lever.
Correct.
You have 30 movement.
Yeah, it's the 5, and then you go some
You
here.
spend 10 leaving it, and then the remainder getting to it. Yeah,
20.
that works.
Yeah.
Or actually, that's only 10 more movement. So you still have extra movement after that.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna pull a lever.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So this lever, it kind of is really heavy. So I'd like you to make a strength check. That's enough. That's enough. So you grip it and you start pulling it down, and everybody in the room can hear this like shift and this click. And the people who can see the water, you see a bunch of vents open up underneath it, and you can see bubbles starting to pour out from underneath of the water. And even within just a few moments, you can tell that the water is heating up rapidly.
Okay.
I'm gonna boil it out. And
Okay.
is pulling the lever, is that an action for me, or is that still a free action?
It's a free action.
Can I try to
well-
pull?
I would say that's your bonus action because it was a little bit heavier. You had to put some effort into it.
I'm gonna try to pull Kiro out of the water since I still have the rope.
Okay, sure.
Is that
It's athletics.
athletics? Well, no, that didn't work.
Nope.
You never
did
know.
not.
He might roll 1.
Yeah,
Less
22.
you.
yeah, this thing's
All
pretty
right.
strong.
He might critically fail harder.
Goes to the darkness.
I'm dead.
Attacks against Mr. Tau. 21 to hit. I assume that connects.
Against Tau, you said?
Against Hammond.
Yes.
That does
oh.
hit, yes. You said Tal, but you meant me.
Yeah, I did. Correct.
How much damage do I suffer?
Not too much, I hope.
Only 25.
15 points of damage.
Ooh, this is a big boy. I'm gonna drop on down to 24.
Okay. And
Better
then
get a purple heart after this.
you're still pulled underneath the water. You're at the bottom of the water. You can feel
Yeah,
the vents pouring hot, like blazing hot water on you. I
on
need
to
you
me.
to,
Yeah.
to roll a d6 at the start of your round for fire damage.
Mhm. Let me know.
You, Tau, you see that this black mass that you poured out of the funnel moves towards you.
Oh, great.
And it's going to try and make an attack against you, pulling itself out of the water. And
Ooh.
you saw the water weird strike at Haldir. This thing is not as sharp or as fluid, but it is stronger and it's thicker, and it's just nasty as it swings for 24 against you.
The beef.
To hit, and does 14 points of damage as it pulls you into the water. That is the end of that turn. Tammin,
Brings it to me.
you're in the water.
Let's roll my d6. 5. Yikes.
5 points of fire damage as the boiling water roils against you. What do you do?
I'm gonna have to try to break free, so I'm gonna try to get out of the grapple.
You can try.
19.
You're still grappled.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna action
Okay.
surge and try
Okay.
to break out of the grapple again.
All right.
19.
You succeed.
Yeah, Q. Okay. But that. Okay, I'm gonna move. It takes 10
Okay.
feet to get up in difficult terrain. 20 feet. I can get on, right here, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. Sure. Easily.
You should be able to reach the lever from where you were at.
Well, I was kind of RPing the whole like going up 10 feet and then over. But if Tom will allow me to go to the lever, that's where I'm headed.
Well, if that was RP 10 and you're on the ledge, that makes it 20 plus another 10.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I'd say you can make it to the ledge. or
Okay,
to
then
the
I
lever,
try to.
no
I'll
problem.
pull the lever.
Okay. So as you reach down and pull the lever, it's difficult. So roll a
Okay.
strength check.
Uh-oh.
I'm sitting here looking at my comrades, wondering, what in the fuck are you guys
Just
doing?
a standard strength check, Tom?
Yes, sir.
1d20 minus 1. Critical fail.
Hell is
So
that?
after being just beaten, bloodied, and bruised, you reach up, soaking wet, and like just this black ooze is covering you, and you can hear this like faint sizzle from your armor, or not from your armor, from any pieces of metal that you're holding. There's something crazy going on with that. But you put your weight into the lever, and you can't quite bring it down.
I haven't the strength.
That's
my turn.
Your turn. Kirill, what are you doing? I think
I'm
your grapple was broken, or no? No, it wasn't.
No, but it's being pulled on from 2 directions.
Yeah.
I'm
You have
going
advantage.
to roll athletics to get the fuck out of this thing.
Good luck.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
You are still grappled.
You gotta love the 10 with the +6. Feels trash.
You guys just gotta start biting them.
Well, you can swing.
All right. Well,
Disadvantage.
can I use my movement action?
You
Can't
don't
move, you're
have any
grappled.
movement.
Can I use my bonus action to like try again?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's an
well,
action-
can I
action to
do
try.
anything?
With a
Slice
bonus
at
action, you can try and drink a potion, or if there's any bonus action spells you have, you can do those. But other than that, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the Tammin, welcome to my world.
All right. Well, since I'm guessing we need all 3 levers at once. I'm going to cast Compel Duel on this fucking black mass that's going after Tau.
I love this.
Wait, what?
Actually, no, I don't think I
Compel
can. 'Cause
Duel?
I have to concentrate.
Covered in fucking metal.
Wait, I just don't even know what you said.
What does Compel Duel do?
It's basically a taunt.
Okay, what does it do, though?
On a
Make
failed
some
save, the
focus.
creature, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine command. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds on a saving throw, this spell doesn't restrict the target's movement for that turn.
Okay. So basically, it makes it more incentivized to
You
attack
can use concentration spells, by the way. There's no reason you can't.
Can't
Either way,
second
I'm casting this on the shit that's going after Tau.
The
After
amalgamation of garbage here.
Or Tammin.
After Tau.
After Tau. Okay. And so it's not a save or anything. It just is compelled to attack you.
Yes, but it has to make
No,
a wisdom
there's a
saving throw.
save.
Wisdom.
Oh.
There's a
Okay.
wisdom save, Tom.
To begin the effects of the spell.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's not very wise. So 6 does not save. It is compelled to duel. Okay.
There you go.
Haldir, passes to you.
So I probably don't know this, but if I was a betting man, like Haldir certainly is, what kind of shape's this this thing I've been fucking blasting all day in?
You
Or do
can't
I have no
tell.
idea? Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
it's mostly in the water. I mean, and when it's not in the water, it looks like water. So it's literally invisible when it's in water.
But I know that it's grappling my boy.
And you know that it's taken quite a few hits.
All right. Well, another one down the hatch, boys.
That hits.
10 damage.
Okay, so, Kirill, you feel this like tingle in your back as this electric bolt slides down, striking at this creature, and you feel the restraint around you slacken and fade, and you're freed from your grapple.
Excellent.
Then I drink a potion.
All right. Perfect.
Huge.
Okay. I need to roll something real quick. Okay.
Oh, also on my turn, I say, hey, every time we pull a lever, something bad happens. Maybe we should just wait a little bit. Just thinking.
And Kirill, at the start of your turn, you need to roll d6 for fire damage, so the water is burning you up. It's reduced by 3 to 1 because you have the shield. All right. And that passes to Haldir. Haldir went. That creature is no longer active. Mark it down. And then Tau. You're currently grappled in the water, burning up. Take a d6.
Take a d6. Do I have to roll that?
Yep.
Okay.
Rip.
2 points of fire damage. The boiling water kind of burns around you.
Okey-doke. And then I want to try to get out of this grapple. That's acrobatics, right?
Correct.
Womp.
You do not succeed. It's still grappling you.
Isn't it compelled to leave him alone?
So far, it has not done anything besides hold on to Tau. It's compelled, but it hasn't been compelled to do anything. Can't.
And then my bonus action, I can do the same thing again, right? Can I try to get off out of it again or no?
I do not believe you can.
Okay.
As a monk, unless there's something special, it's an action to try and break from.
Nah. Finish. Blah 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 blah. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I'm gonna try to punch it. Fuck it. With my. Oh no, I can't. I can't do that. Never mind. So I can't do anything. I'm done, right?
You could second wind if you wanted to. I don't know if you've done that yet.
Oh, that's true. No, I haven't done that yet.
Can he not use his bonus action to punch, or
no? Because I have to punch first, and then I can use it as a bonus. Yeah. Let me use my second wind.
Whew. That's loud. All right.
What was loud?
Well, something that I pressed.
Oh. Ear to ears.
3 points. 4 points of healing. Perfect.
Super.
You're huge, Misha.
Okay.
You can see, at the start of your turn, you can see that the room around you, they're starting to form steam from the top of the water. And you can see that it's curling up around the bowl.
It's curling up over the bowl. The bowl that was just empty.
Yep, correct. It's going up into the column of that open area, open space above.
I want to yell back at Haldir. I'm pretty sure this is how we're supposed to purify the water. As I try to pull Kirill up with my action.
He's no longer restrained, so...
Oh, he's not. Oh. I was like, totally missed that. I
so
thought
if you want to use your action...
I killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. With my action, could I actually pull him out of the boiling water?
Yeah, you can pull him 15 feet. Well, you can try. Make a strength check to do it. Kirill's a heavy boy.
I don't think
So
that works.
you pull him up against the side, but you can't pull him out of the water.
And there's something we can see pulling on Tau right now.
Tau is currently pulled underneath the water. You can see the water in that area kind of swirling. I don't even know if that's a word. It's swirling. Yeah, swirling. That's the one. Everything else is boiling almost. You can try and make an attack at it, yeah.
We never actually hit this thing, did we?
No. Been uninjured so far.
I'm gonna pull out. Oh shit! I can't do that with that spell. Never mind. I'll move my. I don't have the item. My little saber dude, 20 feet, and it can hit within 5 feet. There's nothing. Is the swirl here or is it here?
It can try and make an attack roll against.
We'll try. We'll see what happens.
I did see that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you hit. For 5 points of damage.
Huge.
Hey, it's all I
Damage is
got
damage.
right
It's more
now.
than I've done.
No, I know.
All right,
All
that's my bonus action, and I'm not moving off the platform, so that ends my turn.
Okay. Passes to the dark masses, which take fire damage at the start of their turn. Oof. And it's going to try to pull itself out of the water and swing at Mr. Tammin.
Classic.
Trying to yank him
Let's
back.
see it.
Does not have advantage because he's not invisible as he moves from the water. 18 to hit.
Oh, you got me. 18 AC.
All right.
Let's see if I go unconscious, dude.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
What's this thing look like now that I can see it?
It's out of the water, yeah?
It's like an oily mass that's kind of like constantly building itself up and falling apart in some places, but as it kind of reaches out, it's more solid and pulls them in to the water.
It's like an oily thing, like you said.
It's an oily mass.
Oil boy.
I'm right on the
Is it
edge.
about the
Sticky black sludge.
Would you say that it is a ooze?
It is an ooze, sort of. There's something different about it in the way that it
Look
moves.
flammable.
It could
You're
be.
In the water, does it look flammable?
When it's not in the water.
I
mean,
know,
I'm
I just think
asking,
it's funny.
when I'm observing it out of the water, does it look flammable? I'm just curious.
Does it look like a gelatinous
may-
ooze from
we
the
may
player's
have just
handbook?
coated it in oil, is what he's describing, because that stuff coming from the thing was. So possibly you could burn it, because we are burning it with fire to purify it, sort of. I don't know what his
Oh.
lever does.
9. This one took 5.
You
that's
could try a
5.
big fire thing. Might work.
One, okay. And then, so that's that one's turn, and the other one is going to try and snuff out Tau. 15.
Is that with
15 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's with disadvantage, or just not advantage. Okay, so it misses, and it's actually going to cease its attacks on Tau, letting go of the grapple, and it's going to now move towards
Oh no.
Kirill. All right.
I love how the
Passes
swirl
to-
is actually moving, by the way.
Oh,
Now's where you be a Chad and you just go grapple that bitch
Shit,
yourself. see?
yeah.
You do take it. You can take an attack of opportunity as you feel this presence moving away from you.
I punch the water.
Fuck it.
We'll
Why
see.
not?
Yeah.
Someday his fists will be magic.
That does actually hit, and they are not non-magic
Someday
weapons, so they
soon.
full damage. All right. Passes to Tammin. Tammin,
Am I grappled
Take a
after I was
D6.
moved?
you are grappled,
Okay.
and you need to take a d6 of fire.
Ooh, let's hope I don't critically succeed, or I will go unconscious.
You do not.
I'm at 2 health.
and your cleric's on the other side of the
Yeah,
room.
exactly.
60 feet, I can reach you. Just don't.
But you
fall,
won't
please.
heal me because we know
I'll
how
heal
Misha
you if you
rolls.
die.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna try to
Try.
break the
Big idea.
grapple. That's
Okay,
a good
go
one.
ahead. That is a good one. Let's just hope they don't roll
Let's
very
hope
well.
they
I
don't
haven't been rolling
critical.
They do not succeed. So you
Okay.
escape the grapple.
I'm going to run over and pull the lever right away. Or attempt to. It's strength check, right?
Sorry. Yes, to pull the lever. Yeah, you can. It's a
I'm
strength
gonna
check.
roll athletics because it's the same roll, but it's obviously just a check. 12.
Okay. Yep, you succeed. So, and you feel this thrum of energy, kind of pull up in the room. You can see actually, like, in the wall that you're looking at, like there's just this wave that goes up into the top of the ceiling, and you can start to hear a small and gradually increasing whirling sound coming from that passage, the hole in the ceiling. And that passes your turn.
Okay.
Kirill,
I
you're in the
wanna
water.
I want to
D6.
climb the fuck out of this.
You certainly can, but you take a D6.
5.
Reduced
So
to
just
2.
2.
That's magic damage, is it reduced?
Yep, it is.
It's
all fire
It's
damage.
reduced because of your shield,
Okay, right.
and it's
right.
fire damage. Yeah.
Alright, I
That's
want to
sick
move
shit.
like right here if I can.
Yep. Well, the moment that you step out of that pool and you start to step away, an oily black sludge of an arm grips at your leg and yanks you back in.
Oh my god.
As you take...
Oh, can I save against this?
No, it's an attack roll. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
You guys need to start disengaging.
I was gonna say like
Do you mean the
it's probably
dodge
not.
action?
It's not obvious.
Oh, you mean
maybe
the
that you're being
disengage action.
engaged.
I see
Yeah.
what you mean. The one that prevents attacks of opportunities.
Alright.
I was just thinking about that now, but I have to survive the next round.
I'm just gonna lay on hands myself for like the full 20 damage.
Okay. Sure. Easily enough. Passes your turn, I do believe. Haldir?
Yes.
Is he already in the water with this thing?
He is.
Okay. Well, first, I'll use my bonus action to try and discern what's going on up there in the ceiling
Okay, sure.
via whatever check
Just
you deem necessary.
perception check. Or investigation, whichever you...
Boom.
So
21.
you take just a quick assessment of the room, trying to figure out what's going on. So the water itself is boiling. You can actually see that the water level has lowered already. So the steam is almost, or it is lightly obscuring everything in the room. And it's getting worse or more intense. But as you are taking a look at this, you're looking up at the bowl, and maybe you take a few steps forward, and you can kind of feel just a small bit of a cool breeze coming from the ceiling. And you can see like just barely the glint of water like dripping down into the bowl.
Okay.
Shoot it.
Why? If we separate the water from the black stuff.
Purified water being dumped into this might be good.
But that's the thing, is we're purifying the water now. Like, it was already
I
tainted
think
before.
what Carol is saying is that
We
that
are-
might be purified water that if dumped into the pool
Poured into it, yeah.
might change things in our favor.
But that's literally starting at the beginning.
Well,
anyway.
we're just talking.
Doesn't matter.
It's your turn, my guy. Do what you want.
I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to regain a level 1 spell slot,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fucking cast Chromatic Orb at this thing.
The one that's
Kiro.
attacking Kirill, or the one that's attacking. I guess
It moved to attack Kiro.
Tammin.
let go of Tau.
Tammin escaped, right, and
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
back on the thing.
You
Okay.
could call it that. I'm at 2 health.
I'm
Not
not
for
gonna one
long.
shot. I'm not gonna one shot it. So.
All right. So you're attacking the one that Kirill is on. Go ahead and roll. Your attack. You hit.
I
Jeez.
don't think you've rolled below a 25.
19. Okay. 1 points of damage. Or
Lightning
life
again?
left on that, I suppose. Don't really know that, but there you go.
All right.
Passes to. Is that the rest of your turn? Are you gonna use your movement?
I don't think so.
Tau.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna attack the black shit right next to me.
Sure. You can do that.
Okay, did that, and then I'm gonna attack again.
Okay, so you're attacking just what's around you. Is
Just
that
that,
your...
that one right there. Yeah.
So
right in front of me.
it moved away from you
After I hit it.
before you hit it. Even before you.
So I'm
swung
just
at it.
hitting clear water. Wouldn't I have obviously realized?
Yeah,
not-
no, yeah. I'm telling you this now. So you if you take a swing on you would have taken a swing on nothing. You know that. You recognize that it went over and it
Right.
grabbed Kirill. So you can swim over to it if you'd
yeah,
like.
I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. I'm going
Taking a quick
to-
assessment of the room as well. Like you can see that the sluice you
Mhm.
left it open, and the water that is being cleaned, heated up, and then cooled off, that's
Mhm.
dripping back into the bowl is just dripping straight back into the pool, and it's coming at a pretty decent rate now.
You might want to close the sluice.
Yeah. That's a good plan. All right, I'm gonna move back
Why would we
over.
want to close the sluice?
Because we're purifying the water. Once it gets into the bowl, it's purified. Whatever's left is unpurified, which is the black stuff. So we're separating the two right now.
Yeah. So all that
We
would
dump
be
it back
left
in. We literally start wherever
over
we
again.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna close this loop.
Okay. Snap shut. Misha,
I'm gonna try to pull Kirill out of the water again.
you can certainly try.
Strength.
Yep. You do not succeed.
Did I get him to the edge at least? Oh,
He's
he's already
already
on
at
the
the edge.
well, bonus action. I'll use my blade thingy to attack the shit on him.
Sure. Oof. Critical hit.
Did I get to like roll that twice?
Well,
I don't know how spells work.
Wouldn't you just
I
double,
think
you
they
just
do.
double
I
the
think
die?
that it would have disadvantage, but you would actually roll 2d8 instead of 1d8 on the damage. But he has disadvantage because the creature's in the water, so
So you're saying it would be the 23 instead?
it would be the
Drawing
20.
the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
D8.
gotcha.
D8 plus
So just
4.
roll it and take the first number. Okay.
There you go. It defaulted it.
So 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
'Kay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. Passes to the darkness. The one that's next to Tammin's going to go
Darkness.
first.
See you guys.
It's going to take fire damage. Down to that number. And then it's going to try crawl out of the water and eat
Snag
your
me.
boy.
Yeah.
Snag you up. Critical
Ooh.
fail.
I don't like to see that. Oh.
critical
Okay.
fail.
You
So
got me with
does-
that. I'm
does
not gonna lie. You
does
got me
not
with that
hit.
one.
Yeah, I know. I was going for it. Okay. The other one is going to take its fire damage. And then it's going to try and kill Kirill. Kirill, what is your AC right now?
18.
Okay, so it's actually not 18. It's actually 15, as you can kind of see bits of your armor flying off, getting shredded away and dissolving. And also your greatsword and any other metal weapons you were carrying that are not the Sword of Dwalt.
Yikes.
Sorry, can you say that one more time? I was typing something.
All
You
of this
just-
shit's dissolving.
Okay.
And you are
I
struck,
imagine mine as well.
Yes, it has. Take 14 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Couldn't be.
I'm... So that's fine. Okay. That passes its turn. Goes to Tammin. You're not currently in the water. You don't take the damage.
I mean, we're kind
Everything
of
is
just waiting.
heavily obscured at this point.
Right. I'm feeling like there's not much to do other than... Can I see any of these elemental creatures from where I am? Or just the
You can
darkness
see the one
of
that's
water?
it's pulling itself out of the water to strike at you right now. Yeah.
You don't have any potions, I take it?
No. I'm just gonna... I don't want to get close. I'm gonna shoot it with a magical arrow.
You could fly.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Because then I'll have to get it close to it and then fly down and then take an attack of opportunity. So I don't take
I
fall
just meant
damage.
fly away, but sure.
Oh, well, I only get 30... No, it's not worth it. I'm going to shoot him with the longbow.
Is it only 30 feet?
Yeah, it's only 30. It's my movement speed, basically.
Oh, okay.
You get 30 feet, and then you could dash to get you 60.
Yeah.
So you could potentially make. If you wanted to. It's not saying that you have to.
You can take the long way around the things, that way you don't engage in attack. of
Yeah, which was
opportunity.
my initial plan, and I got fucked. Not to saying that would happen again, I'm just, so the flying speed lasts for a round, not the number of feet that it states.
That's correct.
So even though the
Gives you a
the weapon
speed of 30
says
flight.
gives me 30 flight speed, if I dash, I just... So what it really does is gives my movement speed as flight speed for the duration of the round.
You have the option of using your flight speed or your movement speed or your swim.
Okay.
Like that's how
Okay, that makes sense.
movement works.
In that case, I do want to get off this platform, and I will do that. So I will fly over here using activate the Nimbus Blade, and fly next to Haldir, using the same thing with my dash action, assuming I don't provoke any attack of opportunities in the air. And when I land, I'm gonna give him a high five.
Yeah.
You can do that. Yeah, that's fine. I will say that is okay. All right. See if I can fuck you. I can't. All right.
At least you're honest.
All right. Tammin, that completes your turn. Unless you, nope, you use your
I have
bonus action,
nothing
your
else.
movement, and your standard. Okay, Kirill. Start your turn.
I am going to withdraw very.
You're gonna try and disengage. Well, you can't.
Yes.
You're currently grappled.
Well, I'm going
Disengage
to
is an
use
action. You have to use your
athletics
action to break
to
out.
get the fuck out of here.
All right.
No, you're not.
Well, let's see. Unless he could critically fail.
Oh, God.
He does not. You are still grappled, and you need to roll 2d6 now as you're
no.
closer to the ground. And you kind of look up, because you're not really held underneath the water anymore at this point. You look up, and it's actually kind of a jump to get up and crawl yourself out of this, because the water level has dropped so much.
We really we need to help him.
Or not. Let him die. It's okay. Okay.
I like my friends.
Kirill, that's your action. Yeah, and you don't have a movement. Do you have anything to do with your bonus action?
Fuck.
Are you alive?
Okay, so with my basic paladin senses, do I know if these things are evil?
Sense evil.
No, they're not evil.
Well, shit.
I think they're just elemental.
Alright, I don't know if I can do anything, but I want to just use my sense of perception to see if like this boiling is really fucking these things.
It is.
Can like how much longer can they hold out?
The one right next to you, probably not too long. The other one that's across the room could maybe last a little bit longer. And your armor is reduced by another AC to 15. To actually 14, I think, is what you're at now.
Okay.
What's your base AC without your armor?
I honestly don't know.
-1.
No, it's AC is negative.
No.
I think.
Haldir.
No.
Pretty sure it is.
Really? Does he have that much? Is that bad dex or whatever?
I'm -1 deck, but like it should be like.
What's your
12 or
dex?
something.
What's your dex mod, Kirill?
-1.
So it is
Like I
-1.
said.
Oh no.
Not
No.
-1.
No,
No.
fucking Tau has 0 armor.
Yeah, because he's got an unarmored like thing,
Yeah.
and he has
Uh,
dexterity.
Haldir, it's your turn.
Okay, so is this thing fully submerged in the water still? Or is the
No, at
water
this-
low enough
at
that
this point
I could
it's-
shoot it?
Yeah, you could shoot at it without disadvantage at this point.
Okay.
Not that it really matters.
First
for
thing,
you.
level 2 chromatic orb at this bitch.
All right. That hits.
So I gotta do, and then another D8.
Okay. And then what type of damage are you declaring on this?
Lightning. Same thing I've been doing this whole time.
Okay. So as you launch that lightning into this creature, it starts to shiver and quake, loving it.
Okay,
Splits
well,
into
just
two.
so we were clear here, I probably should have been told this last turn when I shot it.
Did you shoot a chromatic orb at it? How much damage did you deal, though?
19.
Okay, well, then there would have been 2 the last turn, and Kiro probably would have gotten hit twice. So you're lucky. But it does take the damage. And that reduces it down to... Oof. Oof. Alrighty.
It's alive?
It's alive.
Okay. Spend 2 sorcery points. Down to 0. Quicken spell. Firebolt. At this bitch.
Okay.
13 fire damage.
13 extinguishes it. Slumps down, slicks all the way down to the floor, and
And
it starts
I
to
am-
burn up.
Out of gas.
There's still another one right next to Kirill, but it is no longer grappling him. And it might actually not survive its turn. Passes to Tau.
All right.
So at this point, the room, you can't really see anything.
Mhm.
It's pretty nasty distance here, or visual. Say you can probably see about halfway across the platform. Clearly.
Okay. And then the rest is the black shit.
It's
saying.
it's the steam.
Oh, the steam. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have had disadvantage on your attacks, but you hit both time out.
Right. Okay. All right. Shit.
It actually would
gotta
have
make
had
my-
bonus to its AC, but it still would.
I'm gonna make my way to this other platform. Go the long way around.
Okay,
Is-
so it's there's maybe 3 feet of water left in the
Mhm.
the pool. So if you jump down into it, you're going to be very close to those heated jets. You're going to take damage for sure, and then you would have to jump up onto the other side.
Okay. And it's only 3 feet. Is you said the lip?
Correct.
between-
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the platforms are 10 feet
And
up,
there's
so
another
the
creature
jump
right-
would be 10 feet, basically.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
But
Tammin, why
it's
can't
no
you just come
longer-
and pick us all up with your fucking fly?
I'm not
Just
strong
put the
enough.
sword between your legs.
I have not
and
the
then
strength. I have
fly over here.
-1.
Out of curiosity, if the rope is like, if I've got one end of the rope, this is going to sound stupid. All right, and so Tao's got the other end of
Uh,
If we could like lift
Yeah, both people
Kiro,
pull it
both
taut,
people
and he
pull
just
him. We
comes
just
out
lift
of
him
the
up out of the
water.
water.
Potentially, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Never
I'm
mind.
making-
It's a
I'm
weird
making
idea.
My way over.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. I want to. So that would be.
Take 2d6. Actually, 3d6 at this point.
Yikes.
Wow, it's getting really hot in here.
Mm-hmm.
Getting spicy.
It's okay.
There's a bad reference in there. I'll leave it out.
All right. So that, and then that was 28 feet. Do I have disadvantage or not disadvantage? Is it? I still have hard time moving through this. I get
No,
all the
I'd
way?
say you're fine. You can make your distance.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna come like pretty much right up to the bottom of the lip.
Okay.
All right.
And you pull yourself out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should
All
be-
right. And Misha, unless you're doing something else, Tao.
No, that should be good for right now.
Okay.
I'm like tempted to wrap the rope I have around Tao and use him as like leverage to try and pull Kiro.
Just lay down.
He's not grappled.
He's not. No, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to lift him out of the boiling water before his
He'll
turn.
be fine.
He's got a 2-inch vertical jump. Okay.
I'm still gonna try to pull him up out of the 3 feet of water. I just have to at least get him 3 feet up.
What
Strength
about the
check.
monster?
Fuck the monster.
Fuck the monster. Okay. At this point, almost a vast portion of Kirill's armor and gear has disappeared. So he's much lighter. And
Oh my God.
you can pull him up out of the lip and out of the water.
Oh my god. And then bonus action, stab the goo.
Swing at the goo.
Swing
Yeah.
at the
Okay.
goo.
You certainly can. 10. Alrighty. That hits and crushes it. No longer exists. It slops down, just completely loses its form, and it's just in that pool, and then you can see that it's like boiling and popping and fizzing. All right. Is that end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So the ooze that was attacking Tammin is going to use its 60 feet of swim speed.
Wow.
Is it swimming in 3 feet of water?
Yeah, can I imagine swim?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
formless
like-
and shapeless.
Guys,
so
it's
pretty
the
much-
DM.
It's a
It
lot
can
in
do
this
whatever it wants.
It's
blob.
oozy, but it can't reach anybody else because the water's too low. So it's
Is it
going
like
to spend
halfway or like pretty far down at this point?
It's going to spend now. It's more than
7
halfway
feet
down.
difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to spend its action to dash. Except it's not really dashing. It's this thing's like slithering up the wall, and it's going to land right next to Kirill. But it's-
Ooh.
Oh.
Can't make an attack on him.
An actual creature icon.
It also needs to take 3d6.
Oh yeah, and Kirill
What
has been
the
eaten.
fuck?
Kirill's he's getting eaten alive.
And that passes its turn. Okay. To Tammin.
I immediately shoot it with the longbow. Magical
Good luck.
arrow, duh, 20. Was that advantage or disadvantage?
It's just a
It's,
regular.
it's on, right? Okay, so I'm gonna
It
use. This is a +1, 5.
Big.
I'm gonna take another shot. Let's take a peep. 9. That's a +1.
10.
So 15. I'm also gonna do a distracting strike. with
I
another
feel
8.
like this is revenge for you.
This is a 23. So 23 total damage this round.
I could be wrong, but I think every time Yukar's ever used a maneuver, it's rolled max damage. I'm like
He-
99%
It's really
sure.
close. It's been fucking close. Yeah.
Next
The-
attack against
the
target's
book, I
target
rolled a
attacker
1,
other than you
but
has
that was the
advantage.
only one that wasn't a critical, I think. So I've technically I've criticaled every time. One of them was just a fail.
Kirill.
All
It's
right,
your
so
turn.
do I have to use an action or anything like
So-
that?
No, you
Hold
can
on.
use your action to do whatever you would like to right now.
And you have advantage on it.
Yeah, someone has advantage. Whoever attacks him
Alright,
next has
I'm-
advantage.
I'm beating
The
the
next-
shit out of this thing with the Waltz Blade.
That's the only blade you have left.
Ooh.
He has
However-
advantage.
Oh,
Got
he has
it.
advantage. The 25.
And
Thank
I'm
God.
I am going to smite this shit.
All right. Feel free.
Well, you gotta roll the. Thank God I did the advantage thing.
Okay, 8
8
from the blade itself.
Plus smite, 10 and 18.
18. It's a solid swing. It's still alive.
And I get to roll again. I get double
yeah,
double
you
Because
got
you
another
critically
attack there.
failed?
This time it's not with advantage.
That's not what that.
That's funny. Oh my.
Too bad about
Too
it, but it does hit.
bad.
still get advantage, right?
Nope,
No.
just
No,
one. Just
it was
the
for
next
one
roll.
attack only.
Whatever the fuck. I'm smiting again.
Okay.
Uh, 20.
So 5 plus the smite?
Oh, also I get to re-roll that.
You get to re-roll the
that
1, right?
1d10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So you get to reroll 1d10? No. Oh,
So-
you do.
Oh,
So
it's
So it does.
I
So
do
3.
13
It
damage.
is-
3 plus 4
13.
plus 6.
No,
Nice.
no, it does 14 damage, right?
It
Three.
should
Oh
have
no, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. All
So
right.
This is big
Okay.
boys.
Nice, solid swings. The creature is still alive, screeching, trying
Wow.
to attack. As the perch on its blade
Uh-oh.
does not succeed. All right.
This is fucking
Uh,
move.
Hey,
Aim to the wire.
swap servers.
Sure. Sure. Hey, it's working. How about this one?
Are we all here?
Hey.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
working. So it must be whatever server
Wish
the
Misha-
D&D Discord is being hosted on.
Haldir,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Firebolt.
It's
12 fat damage.
Fine. It's fine back on.
still alive.
Are you
It's
saying
fine
it's
back
working on the other
server.
Discord?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're good.
All right.
Should we go there?
Same
Misha's
back.
over there.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Oh my gosh.
Is it actually working? So
Alright.
it was just lagging, maybe?
Yeah, who knows?
Okay.
Anyways, 12 points of fire damage. Creature barely hanging on. Haldir, anything else?
Jerk it.
Okay, Tao.
All right. I'm gonna walk over and give it a little spanky spank.
All right.
This is my time!
I've been training my whole life for this. But
You
it
hit,
worked.
and then you kill it. So you just take one big fist, you just pop it straight in, trying to grab its heart. You pull it out, and you slap the acid all over me and Kirill. Just spraying him with a little bit of the visceral, but it's dead. And its form kind of dissolves and puts itself back into the water, which is now
Backaches.
entirely disappeared. And there's just this heavy steam that's coating the entire room. And it's, the heat is intense. And actually, pretty soon here, it feels like it's gonna start burning you up still.
Let's get the fuck out.
What do you do, Misha? It's your turn.
So all the black goo is dead.
Correct.
Steaming up pretty good, but the bowl's collecting it, right?
Yep.
Is the water finished steaming all
The
the way?
water is finished steaming. There's no more water.
I will hit my lever.
Okay, so
What
you
the-
push it back up.
Yeah.
To stop the heat. All right.
Wait, Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was under the
we-
impression that this one was the heat one.
No, I had the heat
Wrong,
But we'll allow
boy.
it.
Well, you were wrong. So
Great.
We will allow.
I'm
will
glad I
allow
was
it.
allowed. I'm glad I was wrong.
Okay. So you're out of combat for the moment. You can
I fall asleep.
you can feel
Just
the
kidding.
room just kind of cooling as the machine that's above you, the mechanism that's above you is cooling the water and causing it to condensate.
Condensate.
What do you do?
Well, I inspect my gear
What?
and make sure that after seeing my unfortunate friend Kirill become naked during that fight, I want to make sure my metal items are okay.
So any metal item that you have is completely dissolved.
Okay, so I have no more money. I have
No more money.
no more shield.
You had money
more
to begin
shields?
with?
Very little. So I have
Yeah,
no
you
more
used all our money.
shield. I have no more rapier.
Wait a minute.
Your arrowheads that are non-magical,
They're
gone.
gone. Yeah.
Kirill, it's the same shit with you. All your tools and supplies gone. They're
And my
metal.
rapier.
All right, I would
is
like to
gone.
fashion a loincloth out of rope.
You have cloth.
you're not.
You
go-
don't.
You bareback it under your armor?
That would be a chafing master, right there. Your chafe master.
Okay,
No
well,
rust developing on his armor.
I'm the
in between
poorest
his
of
cat
poor.
leg. What the fuck?
All right. Anyway,
Told you to
I've
be
made
naked.
the adjustments to my character sheet. I am no
Okay.
longer. That's fine.
So it takes a while. So unless you do anything in particular, the next few minutes, the water is just clearing out. The mist is pulling away, and you can
Collecting
start
in
to
the bowl
see
again.
each other, and it's collecting into the bowl again.
Was there an
it gets to the
object
point
in
where
the little glove box or compartment that we saw in the other room, the main staging room that we needed to pick up here? Did anything look like it might
Yep,
fit
there's
that?
two half circle orbs that
Okay,
you're
at the
supposed
bottom
to
of the
collect.
pool, or maybe something like that. Or maybe we don't know that yet. Sorry.
Possible.
Okay.
So the water starts to pour over the top of the bowl. At some points, there's too much water in the room for it to hold, and it's just kind of like water falling down into the room proper as it starts to regain its mass. And after a few more moments, you start to see shifting in the water again from 3 figures again.
Do we see the circle things anywhere? Like
You do
around
not.
the bottom?
Well, actually, make a perception check.
I'll drink a potion.
And add a 1d4 to that. Could.
So you do see a couple of orbs, and they're moving towards you quickly. And about 15 feet out, 2 of those water weirds pull their bodies out of the water, and they extend their arms with the orbs in hand and set them at the feet of Kirill and Tau.
All right, I like to pick that up.
They seem well pleased, and they move back into the water, and I don't know, they start dicking around in there.
Swimming.
Not sure.
They're just swimming around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bow politely and try not to step on the water weirds.
I'm sorry. What are they?
As we head
I'm
back to the
unfamiliar
class.
with these creatures.
It's the things we were fighting.
Yeah.
They're water elementals. Assuming I walk all the way over
And now
here
they're
and
like
climb up
super
and randomly
lovey-dovey with
without getting
us.
Well, the corruption's been purged.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were poisoned before we helped them out. Or whatever.
Great.
I'm assuming
Awesome.
I made it across without getting attacked, right?
They pulled you under the water. You're drowning. You're
Oh
dead.
god damn it. It's
Oh,
1 foot of
shit.
water.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you guys can make it across the way.
Yeah.
No problem.
How is everybody looking as far? Are we?
I'm
oh,
dead
you
as
said your
fuck, and I reach out my arm
Are we?
to Misha. Give me something.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna grab your arm and then give your shoulder a slight shove to see if you follow.
Oh my.
It's my test
The
to see
classic.
how
I
you're
should know
doing.
better.
He'd fall over
Is
even
this
if
a
he was
dexterity
fine.
check? Just kidding.
That's
Yeah,
my.
He's very, very weak.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Are we planning on doing any kind of long rest before we go on, or
A
are we
long
going
rest.
on from this?
Is this room, I would imagine,
I think so.
I
This is
can
pretty
drop a
safe.
spell,
is
but
safe.
Calvier's completely out of
I'll be fine.
now. So did you want me to drop a spell?
On what?
A 10-minute healing spell for out of combat.
Should we do a short rest first, just to be safe? I mean, it's a huge risk not to do any healing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'd rather not use my magic spell on you if that could help.
Well, yeah, I'm saying we should take a short rest, but I mean,
Okay.
we
Alright.
literally
Alright.
just took a long rest.
No, I
know.
know.
That's
It doesn't make
good.
sense to long rest again. At least not right away.
So from that long rest we took at the beginning of the
Are we rolling hit
tonight's
die
little
then? Are we
session,
taking a short rest?
Yeah,
many-
do a short rest.
How many hit die do you regain
Yikes.
for long rest?
Half of your total
Round it up or down?
down.
Dude, I only regained 9.
Alright, I'm going for broke. I'm using all 3 that I have.
You should. 100%.
I just want to check where everyone's at after their fuck.
You oh man, dude. Wow, we're criticaling a lot, and not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
It's fine. I'm
It's
back up to
fine.
30 health.
You're up to 30 out of how many?
43.
What's the paladin hit die?
What's
1d10?
Tammin at
Yeah.
I'm at 11, girl.
11?
I can
Yeah,
drop a
this
cure
ain't looking
wounds
good.
on- Oh wait, no, I can't. I used all my spells just smiting that fucking
Oh.
thing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
second win.
I can burn another level 2 spell, but it's going to drop me down to just one of those for the last.
I give Tammin a potion.
Yeah, I'm fucking second winding too.
Remember, second one's a short rest.
You're damn right it is.
You're giving me
You're
a
damn
potion? I'll
right.
use it right away. What kind of potion is it?
2d4
Okay,
Yeah,
regular.
plus 2. My stocks are running
And-
dangerously low. I fill up my bandolier with my last 3 potions.
Oh,
Okay, well, to be clear, what the hell is my AC right now? Do I have any?
You have
any,
14.
Like,
So
You
your
have a shield.
shield still exists because it's magical, and the Sword of Thwalt still exists. Weather armor.
Shield is a +2, Thwalt is a +1. Or Thwalt, does that have any AC bonus?
no.
The shield is just
Okay.
magic.
It's also a +2, just shields are.
Right, but I was just saying that wasn't disintegrated. His regular armor has, though. So actually, he's probably one of the most vulnerable dudes in the group right now. Because he is low
Correct.
AC.
He's just on my level.
Alright, so I should have like leather armor, which is how much AC?
You don't have
Uh,
any leather armor to wear.
Okay, well, can I go back to the dead rogue man and take his clothes off?
This guy's trying to metagame your campaign, Tom.
You can go back there if you'd like.
As soon as he
I
starts
think
to
it's a
leave,
bad
I
idea.
block the exit.
What do you do?
Call him a fool. You need to
Tammin,
stick
you also
together.
have -2 AC.
Yes, I do.
Uh,
I have 18 now. I'm sorry, 16.
Why,
What?
why does he have -2 AC?
Because I lost
He
my
also has
buckler.
a shield.
No, that's
Oh.
that's already accounted for.
Yeah,
My
I see.
armor class is now 16. It's off my
Okay.
character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So are you guys chilling out here on this platform? You can kind of see the water weirds are like shooting water fountains at each other. They're just sticking around, having a good time in the water.
So they're
Yeah, I
so
think-
there's like a shallow water, right? Like basically.
It's actually getting to the point where it's completely full again.
Okay, so it's filling up. I walk to the edge, right?
Okay.
And I
Sure.
try to talk to them.
What do you say to them?
First, I don't even know if I can talk to them, so I just say hail, right? See if they'll recognize me in any capacity.
Do you like reach out your hand to them or anything, or?
Sure. I'll
Roll
extend a
initiative.
hand forth.
It extends a spindly bit of water, and it wraps around your hand and squeezes, not too hard, but it recognizes that you're there, and like smiles at you. It doesn't really look like a smile. It's just kind of like a
It's just some kind
fucked
of
up
yeah.
water.
I'm sorry.
Going in
I
front of
know
you.
very little about these creatures as Tim, and like, is this like a humanoid creature or is it like a?
It's not humanoid. It's got like almost a sea snake like face.
Okay.
And it is constantly like falling apart and reforming as water drips away from it, where its head is, and it like replenishes from its body.
I see.
Into
So
its
it's
head.
very, very elemental. I would never be able to
It
commune
is
with them.
always. Yeah,
Never
it
mind
is
then. I
elemental.
just turned back. I was curious why they were here.
Maybe that can be your new familiar, dude.
Oh.
If we are all rested, we should go put the glowy little orbs in the box.
Should we do that before? Well. Yeah,
You
let's
just
do
short
it.
rested.
So I'm up for whatever you guys want to do. I'm kind of spent in terms of health, but could use a
What
bit
are
of
you
a
at?
rest. That's 29, 46.
You'll be fine.
Okay, then I go back into the room. Again, Tom.
I mean, that's only like 2 hit points
Again,
more than
Tom,
I ever have.
being
That's the most
aware
that I ever have. So
that there is
you
a
know.
false step there. And you say that I'm listing 17 health. Like, what?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that. I only have 31 HP when I'm full life, dude. You'll be fine.
What class are you?
He's a sorcerer who
What's
has
the
no
difference?
Range
honestly, between
is
the
the
two of you.
difference.
Okay,
But anyway.
so you guys make it back to that central antechamber, and with that, I would
didn't
like
even
you
take
all
a
to
look.
make a perception check.
I
As
failed
you're
to
kind
turn
of
on my
hearing that
recording
knowledge.
until just now. Shit.
Way to
Place
fuck it
things
up.
in the boxes and the door opened. There you go. viewers.
My goddamn rope skills have been lost.
It's not as good a
website.
roper as you used to be. So
Accidentally
you guys
backed
are
out
not
again.
surprised as you kind of hear it's like this creaking behind you, and you can see the figure that you've seen a couple of times. That was the least decayed person or skeleton that was in the room previous. He kind of walks up towards you, very like determined, purposeful steps. Very
Ready in
focused
action to
on what he
shoot this
does.
guy with firebolt if he makes a move at somebody.
Okay.
You stepping, bro?
So he steps up almost to right next to you, Haldir. Do you do anything?
Not unless I perceive an attack.
Do you step away, or do you just stand right next to him?
I assumed he was going to do something or say something. I don't know.
Do you think he
But I guess I'd say, hey, what's the meaning of this, buddy?
Okay. So he's kind of been looking down at his feet this whole time as he's been walking, and finally he looks up and he sees the whole of you here. He doesn't seem surprised, and kind of pauses to regard each of you. And he's this kind of he's clean shaven on his head. He's wearing those robes of the twins, but they're tattered past his
Oops.
chest cavity.
Did not mean to do that.
And he looks up and says,
Sorry.
"Congratulations, you've completed the trial. You're the first ones to do so in nearly 100 years. This is a historic moment."
Then the guy we're looking for obviously didn't come this way.
Who
No,
the fuck are you?
I am Macias. I was a servant to Linsidis a long time ago.
What is the meaning of this place?
This place specifically, or this whole trial? Clarify the question, please.
This fortress, the enthralled men who, are forced to be paraded about in their undeath, unable to move on. These trials, the corrupted water.
Puts up his hand. Few different answers there. But I can tell you this. The fortress itself is meant to be a place of worship. It is, yes, to some extent. And now, hopefully, it will be again soon. I can see you are followers of the twins. This is good. As to our current situation, we've been cursed. An individual came wearing the face of Linsidis some 99 years ago at this point. He couldn't open the doors, didn't know the call phrase. He demanded that we tell him and assist him in completing the trials. When we refused, he altered one of them and left. In that alteration, he left, pointing towards that book. That behind. He tortured us and flayed many of us, trying to find an answer. But when none of us caved, he cursed us. If you can do anything, if you follow our fair sister and brother, please destroy that book and give us some peace.
What lies down the hall?
The inner sanctum, where Linsidis taught his favored pupils.
Is anyone taking up residence there? We seek
No one's
a
passed the trials.
particular wizard. We believe him to be very powerful. His name is Rampiric. Have you heard of him?
Shakes his head. No one has come down this way, besides some few unfortunate individuals quite recently, who were not so lucky to complete the trial.
None
Heather.
survived. I take it.
Who are those robed men in these halls and outside?
Servants of the one who came bearing Linsidis' face. They never said any names.
What do you
They
mean, bearing his
took
face?
people. It was not him. It could not have been. It did not know the call phrase to get into the sanctum. It did not command the same powers.
Wait, to enter.
We didn't know the phrase.
We haven't entered it yet.
You haven't entered. You will be told the phrase. You guys completed the trial. That's the alternate way to enter.
The individuals that came before, they tried to force their way in, or they tried to complete the trials and failed?
Most recently, they tried to complete the trials, but they failed. Before that, it was just the one individual, Linsidis, supposedly. And after he failed to get any information from us, he brought out that book and conjured his two servants.
If we destroy this book, will it close the pathway here?
He thinks for a moment. Suppose, but I imagine you'll enter before you do that. You'll meet with its keeper, the sanctum's keeper.
But we would have to come back out again, I take it.
He will give you the call.
So just maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. This guy is like undead, right?
The guy in front of you? Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Who are the other brothers in the hall there?
They're worshippers of the twins.
Some seem more decayed than others. What's the source of their decay?
The curse, as I've told you. Some of us have been able to hold on longer, simply because our will is strong. Yes.
They were slaughtered 99 years ago.
You seem to
This
have your
is
wits
a-
very much about you. Why have you been spared?
As I said, I've waited here for somebody to complete these trials for a long, long time. Convey this message. Please destroy that book. For the sake of your brothers and sisters in faith. Give us peace.
I pull out DeWalt's blade and I grab the book.
Wait. I mean, we need to see what's in here first. Do we not?
If we
when
destroy
he
the
pulls
book,
out
will the
the
way be
book-
closed to us, friend?
You already said that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But once we get the call sign, like once we learn friend
Once
in
we learn the
Elvish,
word, right? Then
yeah,
we
then
can
we
go
can
in at will.
come and go without having.
That's
passed
kind
the
of what
trial.
I was really asking.
But we have to like first, I think, go into the sanctum, find out what the word is, and then come back out and. destroy the book.
Mellow.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. So what do? He's not saying anything else. He's just kind of staring down at the ground at his feet now.
Once we learn the.
Has he looked
call
up at
sign
any time,
back,
or he's just
so-
constantly
He,
staring?
Destroy
yeah,
the
he
book.
looked up at you guys as he was talking.
Okay.
I'll swear on
coming
the
with-
twins.
You
that
coming
we'll
in with us, buddy?
It wouldn't be fair of me to enter the sanctum without
Fair to
having
who?
completed the trials.
Yeah, but
Linsidis'
you see,
spirit.
I don't necessarily want to go in there and then find out you're stabbing me in the back and locking me in a chasm. You see, so
He puts up his hands. If it's your wish, I will accompany you.
Think of it as
And-
a friend, a guide to the champions
No.
of the puzzle.
How dear, Tammin. This is a sanctum, yes? It is
Yes.
holy? I do not
Are
know
you
if
asking
someone who
me?
is
I have no fucking idea.
I'm asking the undead guy.
It is a sacred place, a place of learning.
Can one such as you even enter such a place?
Kind of looks down at himself and shrugs.
How dare he is not after stabbing us in the back. The book that was created in that is what has cursed them. That is what has bound them. As soon as we destroy it, they will be freed. But I do
Okay.
not think he can enter into sacred ground. As my
Well, then-
basic knowledge of like undead and holy things.
I think it's fine.
Do we book
What's the
now, then?
alternative? We go in there, we destroy the book, and then what? He disappears into
Yes.
wherever he may go.
He
What's
will
the difference
pass
if it's
on.
4 minutes sooner? I don't think it much matters to him. He'd probably prefer it ended now.
I'm going to like look at
Why don't we
Haldir
ask him?
with like my eyebrows raising up. So wait, just to be sure, Tom, do we clarify as soon as we destroy the book, the way closes?
He said that might be what happens.
See what happens. But once we get inside, we will come back out and destroy the book. We promise, and I swear on the twins. And I'm sure Kirill will, of course, do this with me.
Why don't we step in and then destroy the book? And if the way shuts
Fuck.
behind us, we'll find a way out.
Oh yeah, great idea.
I was gonna wait until we actually got the call
If-
sign to get back out, but
If they have been cursed for 100 years, then a couple more hours won't be so much. Let's
Yeah, I worry
enter
more
and
about the
find out.
magics of the book being rejuvenated and turning upon us.
If we, I'm guessing since we've completed the trials, we'll be granted the word of entry. So I think once we step through this door, we can stab this monster in its accursed eye.
the book you mean, right?
Very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Go
So
in the hallway.
so as you cross the threshold into this hallway, you feel this and hear this kind of like faint and distant charm, like a chime in the wind being run. And really, it's not necessarily like a chime made of metal. It's like almost like a rattling, like of bones.
Am I being charmed?
No.
Okay.
You just hear
Straight
that
up asks.
that kind of go off as you start to step into
I'm
this.
resistant to such effects, so I had to ask.
No, not at all. There's no
Okay.
you're not required to make a saving throw or anything. So yeah, you just hear that, and it's this faint signal. So as you kind of pass through the threshold, the Micaeus is standing farther behind, and he doesn't say anything. He's just watching. You didn't just force him to come, did you?
No, I tried to
Unless you-
convince
okay.
them not to.
And you guys start stepping in. What are your sources of light?
The stone in the ground.
Misha's
Torch.
rock.
I can see.
That's a good source.
That's my source. That's
My
my
eyes.
source of light.
What do your elven eyes see?
So as you move further into the room, you see that it's about I would say it's probably about 100 feet across, 120 feet across, and lining the walls are bookcases in some portions of the wall, and there's these benches that are lining up. There's a couple of statues that you think probably are signifying the twins. There is an altar off to the left of this room that's kind of an indentation into the wall, and on the far right-hand side of the room, there is another passageway. And looking up at the ceiling, you can see that it is clear and open. You can see the sky, but it's dimmed and darkened, and there's clouds. Occasionally, you can even just barely feel the sound and like the sensation of thunder around you. Like it's like an open skybox. But you don't hear any shifting of wind or feel any shifting of wind. So it might be just an illusion, or it could be like a glass window. And that's probably 60 feet up in the air. It's this huge chamber. So off to the left, there's an alcove and a dais. And on that dais, there is a sword, pretty large sword. And then off to the right, there's another passageway.
There is obviously another way out. Haldir, can your mage hand grab the book so we can take it in and destroy it?
What about the sword?
What? We left the book out there, did we not?
We did.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She wants you to grab the book.
With a mage hand. So if you can drag it in here real quick before the door closes so we can destroy the book. There's a way out.
You saying this is like
Okay,
a physical
but-
sword, Tom?
I would
Yes.
say, me personally, we're not under any immediate threat, it appears. So why don't we destroy the book when it's convenient to do so, like when we want to leave here?
do
And
not
not get
think-
stuck.
I understand, but I do not think we'll be leaving the way we came in.
I agree. However, Haldir's a bitch, so we'll humor him.
So we'll walk back 30 feet. What's the difference?
You know, you'll
All right.
mage hand it.
So are you looking at the sword then, Damon? Is that what you?
I was merely trying to inspect it, and my goal was to see if it's a larger sword. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to handle it, but I was maybe this is something for Kirill to take up.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I wanted to
investigate
inspect
her.
it, maybe if this is a magical runic blade of some kind, or if it's just a regular old sword embedded into the wall or the stone.
Sure. So you move over closer to it to inspect it. You get a better look after you kind of pass the alcove, and the blade itself gives off, or the area around it is giving off just this faint light. And it's floating in midair above a dais, and it's about 5 feet long, with a hilt of a rich dark leather. The pommel holds a finely gleaming ruby that appears to have like a living flame inside of it. The silver crossguard that it has breaks down in a sharp V towards the blade, and has gold scrawling on it as though it's like filling cracks. The blade itself is dual-edged. It's near translucent silver. And there's a knot about halfway through it where it just kind of breaks out a little bit in like a diamond. And then it continues further on to a point where it's kind of like a forked tongue. It's flattened a little bit, like it doesn't end in a straight point, but it's kind of ends in
at
like
the end of the blade.
Yep.
Okay.
And it forks off to either side, kind of like an axe head, pretty
I
much.
kind of get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like one of those
Interesting.
Urukai swords.
So
Yeah, like one of those
This is not a
Urukai swords, except
sheathable
they're,
sword. It's okay.
No.
I know what you mean.
And it's like it's not like a straight triangle point. It's more smooth out.
Well, it's a great sword. Obviously.
It's 5 foot long. The blade itself, yeah.
So I gesture to
I call
Kirill.
dibs.
Kirill, what do you think?
I mean, I would like to inspect and investigate whether the nature of this weapon. It's obviously magical, but like, is there
Is
an
it
aura of
cursed
good
or
or
anything?
evil about it?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Yikes!
It's a sword.
So
The floating sword.
you kind of move around
You can't even tell that.
the blade
Oh,
and
no.
trying to discern its nature. It looks really, really nice.
That's cool.
Other than that, it's really tough to tell. It's got a ruby in it. It's got fire.
I'm
Big.
making our-
I
Can I make an
encourage him
Arcana check on
to
it?
pick up the sword as I step back.
As they're all messing with the sword, I want to call out hello to the room.
Okay. You can make your Arcana check, but you're calling out hello.
The guy said there was a warden in here.
Sure.
12.
It's definitely magical. What are you trying to kind of discern about it?
I was kind of wondering, like, is the sword floating because the sword is magical, or is there some other magic that is causing the sword to float independent of it? You know what I'm saying?
You don't think that the sword is floating of its own dependent magic. It's probably the dais that it's on that's making it float. Maybe.
Okay.
And then you called out and said hello. So after a few moments, you're thinking this place is long abandoned. From the wall that's closest to you, you see a spectral greenish gray shade come out of the wall, and it's got its features. It's a very young man. It's got this long kind of wavy feathered hair. It's like super attractive dude, and he's got these an ornate church robes that are of an old fashion. You've never seen anything like this, but you think it's kind of derivative of what the archbishops wear in the church. And he comes forward, walks like extremely close to you, floats extremely close to you, and is kind of looking you in the eye and kind of tilts his head just a little bit.
What say you? No, I don't.
He's got a big smile on his face, though.
I'm going to bow and do the symbol of the. I'm assuming that we have one.
Sure.
A gesture and
Yeah,
greeting.
a gesture. Okay. Kind of regards you. Puts his hand to his chin. He looks over at the rest of you. And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't touch that. Welcome. It has been so very, very long. This is a blessing. Please, sit. We have much to discuss." And he gestures towards one of the benches that are situated in the center of this room. And he starts kind of pacing back and forth, thinking. What do you do?
Take a seat at the bench.
I don't
I'm gonna-
sit. I don't sit down.
As I sit down,
stand.
though, I will say, like, we do not have much time. Is unfortunate.
That's exactly right. Well, we do not have much time. We are trying to pass through here, giving chase to a necromancer wizard of the name Rempiric. Does it have any meaning to you?
No, nobody named Rempiric has passed through here. In fact, nobody has passed through here in quite some time.
Over 99 years, I
Okay.
take it, right?
Over 99 years.
Why do you think that
Just making
Rempiric is a necromancer? We have absolutely no evidence of that, but you keep saying it. I don't know why.
I will
Skeletons
say,
everywhere. Curses.
I will say that there is a presence at the back entrance in my old chambers.
Pardon.
You once called this place your home?
I am a fraction, I suppose you call it, of Linsidis himself. Like an eighth of his soul.
But you
But-
are Linsidis.
A Horcrux.
I am Linsidis.
I feel like a little
I'm
awestruck
sorry.
right now.
First, I want to start off by congratulating. It's a trial I put together and never really got the opportunity to finish. But you did it. And you dealt with that nasty alteration. I think, and he gestures down the hall, and the book snaps to his hand. I think this
Like
should
that
be
healthier.
destroyed.
You could have done that. Your mage hat.
I have been waiting for somebody to say that.
Well, if you do the honors, and he hands it to you.
I take the waltz blade and I shove grab it and I stab downward into the eye with my sword.
Make an attack roll. Okay. So you kind of like set it down and you do the the execution onto it. It's just like taking both hands of the onto the hilt of the blade and you just like slam it straight down into the eye. And you can't pierce its cover. Like you're scratching it, you're like pulling like bits off the eye, like leaving scratch marks, but you can't get through it. And he kind of gestures and says, "Wow, that is unfortunate. But that will probably work," gesturing at the sword. "My finest creation, Calamirus, the foe of fiends. I can't give it to you, but why don't you swing the book at it?"
All right, I pick up the book and I swing the book at the blade.
Okay,
I knew
and
we should have got the Ring of Fiend Slaying.
it bursts into radiant flames. Bits of it just kind of splash all over the back of the wall. But it burns and burns until there's nothing left, not even ash.
Why
Very,
can't people
very
touch
good.
your blade?
Well, you could, but you couldn't carry it.
Would you just float it next to you and nudge it forward?
I'm afraid I don't have the power to do that.
These trials.
My proper self, excuse me, my proper self has ownership of the blade and can grant it to another. unfortunately, he's been gone for quite some time. I can still feel an inkling of him. I don't think I'd be around if he was truly gone.
You're saying you're alive? Or the rest of you?
I think so.
How?
It's a good
He's
question.
human, right? I mean, like, based on his appearance.
Yep. Actually, he might be a half-elf.
I'm gonna like stare at him, then stare at Haldir, then
Just to
stare at him,
clarify,
and then
you
stare at
created this puzzle behind us, right?
Yes, the trials. Trials
All
of the
of
twins.
them?
I did
Every
create
element?
No, he did not make the book.
Correct. This young lady has the whole of it.
What about the statues?
I did
you
do
set
that
the
one.
enchantments upon them?
I did do that. Yes.
He's very proud of it, sounds like.
Yes. Yes, he is.
It's,
It's not necessarily what I wanted in the end. I really only had one go at it, and I intended to come back to it and be more thorough, but then I left, and I never came back.
I'm merely curious. What was the apparition that attacked my friend? I gestured to Kirill. We were never able to see it, but we slayed it. We
Yes.
had no idea what we were up against.
It's called an invisible stalk. It's an air elemental that, once it's given a target, pursues it relentlessly. The trigger
I
for the
see.
targeting is, of course, grabbing one of a hand. In any
Yeah, we
case,
figured this out.
you've completed the trials. First people to do so in quite some time. And
Who was the
to be
last?
honest, a few of my students completed it some 90 years ago. Almost probably 100. There was Remedies and Paraformis. I'm sorry. What are your names?
Kirill.
Kirill, you look like a
Jamin.
fine, strong man of the church. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Tammin?
Damon Steel Whisper.
Fine surname. I'm afraid I don't sense any of the twins' magic about you.
There would be none.
Not a follower?
Not of yet. No.
All right. Gestures to the next one. The rest of you.
My name is Tao.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And the same goes for you? Not a touch of the divine upon you? All right. And and you, sir?
Haldir.
Interesting. Well, and I'm sorry. Did you introduce yourself, young lady?
I am Nisha Del Neas. It is
And-
a pleasure to meet you. Part of you.
These are the twins is upon you. Well, at least two of you are followers. I will say it's not exactly designed for non-believers, but at this point, I can't really be picky with who I give it to. Seeing as you're the only people who really know about this, I assume. I'm going to give you the call for this minute. So, to enter the doors from outside, or at either entrance, you simply say, "We come to tend the hearth," and if you wish to leave, you say, "We go to brave the storm." Pretty simple.
Thank you. You mentioned a presence in your chambers in the back. I assume I will point to the door on the other side. It is that way.
That's correct. And
Can you tell me
Go ahead.
everything you know about the crown?
Crown? He kind of shrugs.
Just said you made it.
I
Did
didn't know
not.
such thing.
It depends how did if he made this crown after he split this piece off, he would have no idea.
What's the crown called? Crown.
The
The
It's
Crown of
called-
Garant.
Oh yeah, it's just called the Crown of Garant. Yeah, the Crown of Garant. Supposedly, as people say, you made it for the. What's that fucking guy's name? God.
Get
Kinnick.
it.
Kinnick Garrett.
They're all-
Yeah,
they're all-
yeah. For Kinnick Garant.
Ah, Kinnick I
Fucking
know.
king.
Kinnick I know. Ah, one of my best friends. Great man. He had a vision like I did. Ben Rotha blessed us with one. And we accomplished our tasks in a fine, fine way. I think there's something that might be beneficial to you. And he kind of looks up at one of the bookcases and thrusts out his arm again, a book calling to his hand. He hands it to Misha. This was my journal. Now, that being said, it's not complete. Since I'm gone, and I don't know what else he did, but that is a portion of my story. And there's another. Reaches up, grabs another book, hands it to you. It's another big tome. You've got probably 20 pounds of books in your hands at this point.
But
And
I'm used to carrying them.
this is some of my creations. Now, I did create those trials back there. And he's very excited. And I created that sword, which is far and away my finest creation. But in this are my learnings and my teachings on the use of clerical spells and magic spells, which I was able to attain. So feel free to learn from my past. It's all yours. Don't really think anybody else will be coming by anytime soon, unless you told other people about this place.
Thank you so much. No one knows about this place. There is a war going on. I think some people wanted to use this as a fort.
Well,
That's an evil man who might be trying to take over the world, but you know.
and who is king or queen now? Which Garrett holds the throne?
None.
They may all be dead.
It's extreme tragedy. What happened?
It is
We are looking for the
expected
rat.
among the populace that they are all dead. We have reason to believe that that is not the case.
Oh, when did they supposedly all die?
Decades ago.
Fallen
in-
into
in the
history, my friend.
meantime,
However,
Not
we have
He
a
looks
written
really
missive.
distraught when you
We
say
have
this.
a written missive from a supposed Garant very recently, within the last 2 weeks.
Well, that is good.
Kinnick ruled for not long at all, according to what we're told.
What happened?
Well, supposedly there's a fire that killed him and all of his men.
Those fiends. The
people
Knights
say
of
right
Karn
af-
must have been behind that.
People say it was right after
You said the
he got
Knights
the
of
crown.
Karn?
Yes. Kinnick and I had this vision that a gleaming fist was going to strangle Solura. Through our collective work, we were able to put up a unified front to stop the Knights of Karn from taking action against us. They showed up, 500 knights. It would have been a bloodbath. Incredibly powerful. But in any case, we brokered a deal with them, a peace. But you're saying that they all died in a fire? I mean, that sounds like an assassination to me. It's just terrible. So who leads Solura now? What efforts are being taken to protect my country from this war?
well,
The Rat War.
something of a republic has been held together for the past few decades.
This is distressing. I wish I were
It was
here.
believed that you were present at this fire, but you seem to think you're still alive.
I can feel my presence far off. To the south and west. My last trip,
South and
where I was headed out, I was heading to the Kingdom of Dolometh. Once again, that's where I learned how to do a lot of these things.
Do I know where that is?
You've been there.
Okay,
It's the Hollow Peak.
Yeah, I thought so, but okay.
If and truly, I would desire that my weapon would get to see some action. If you could bring whatever left of me, or whatever is left of me, back here, I could trade on or give ownership to whomever you'd like.
Where did you fall?
Likely in the Hollow Peaks. I'm not sure.
So what was the purpose
What
of
would
the play you
we
made?
know to... What would we recognize as your mark to bring back?
He means the actual human being.
Correct. How would we recognize you to bring you back? And
Well,
claim such
if
a
I'm
gift?
alive, I
Your
look
question.
like me. But I'm sorry.
Maybe I
really know.
misinterpreted this. Is
I had a
this guy is
signet
an
ring.
apparition or he's like undead? Like a
He's
He's an apparition.
okay.
He's like a part of him. that
Okay,
he
so
was
he
behind.
could be like a I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. All right.
He had a ring. What
Your
did it
ring.
look like?
Oh, it's fine silver band with the notation of the twins and engravings that signify that I was the Archbishop at the time.
Can I make a
don't-
history check
Sure.
or a knowledge check? Does that sound? I feel like there was something similar described to us at that shop. I don't know what you want me to roll here, or if you just want to.
You can roll a history check.
20.
Yeah, there may have been something like that at the shop, but it's probably not what he was talking about.
All right.
Can you tell us anything about the man who's in your room? Or presence who's in your rooms?
He's alive. I can tell you that much. He got in through the balcony, which I always liked having an open view of the fields to the north. Other than that, he's been there for a couple of weeks.
Weeks.
Describe this man.
I don't know. I haven't been in there. I can just tell that there is a living
individual
presence in there.
Why haven't you? Are you unable? Or do
I
you
am bound to this sanctum, and he is beyond it.
Okay.
Even from the back, you still have to know the call phrase.
I think the man we search for is this man. I'll say that to the group. And I think we should probably go quickly if he's been there for weeks. Do not know if he'll be there much longer. I want to put the books that he gave me into my pack, though.
There is another presence that kind of comes and goes from the balcony. It's not quite as strong. And thinking on it now, I do feel more life crawling on the outside of the mountain. Just so faintly. They're not really in the fortress proper.
Crawling. Like with many legs.
No, crawling like up a mountain.
There's only two things I can think of that might be crawling up the mountain, and one of them is a giant worm, and the other might be undead. Both these are terrifying.
Well, it's certainly not an undead, because I could tell you if that was the case. And ever since you destroyed that book, this area is completely cleansed. You've done a great service for those poor souls.
Is the door behind us open still?
Yes.
Can I see? It's probably 100 feet by now, but are the skeletal figures enjoying their time at this fake tavern or whatever, still are they lifeless
You
on
can't
the
see
floor?
that chamber, but
Okay.
there was where Macias was, and he's gone.
Like, is he crumpled?
Sorry,
Or
he's
is-
what?
can't see him?
That cut out.
He's
for me.
gone.
He's
He's
okay.
gone.
Okay.
And there's no remnant
Okay.
of his existence.
Well, I suppose we should continue.
Before we leave, do you know if there are any more traps between here to your room? Since it sounds like that's where we are.
No, there's nothing beyond. That would be counterintuitive. Trapping my own people. Well, to some extent.
There's meant to be a reward beyond this point, yes?
Well, beyond this point is my personal chambers.
Is there a
So-
chamber beyond that? Just
I guess my presence is rewarding. Is there a chamber beyond it? No, there's a balcony that leads out. I had a hypocrite. Had. Probably long dead at this point.
very well.
In any case, if you wish to go, you have the call phrases. Again, I'd really appreciate it if you brought whatever part of me is left back. And, well, good luck, I guess. Hopefully those spells will be useful to you. It's nice tricks in
Indeed.
there.
You have my word that we'll look for you.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll be here. This sanctum is yours, so do with it what you will. Good luck.
You got any spare armor? Anything will do.
Literally anything will do.
Maybe in his room?
Your trial left that man here a
No.
little naked.
Yes. That's I liked that one. That was
Very
clever. So there is a storehouse out front. If you go all the way to the entrance here, there's a garrison. There should be some armor there. I'm not exactly sure. But you appear to be quite wounded there, Tammin. Let's
Is
cure
that
you
right?
up. And he lays his hand on you, and you're
He's
restored to full hit
Would you
points.
say that he lays? Okay, perfect. Back to the 46, boy.
I want my potion back.
Is there anybody else wounded
I want
here?
my second win back.
Kirill, how are you feeling?
Mostly. I have a few scratches here and there. It's nothing.
Oh, my boy. It's not a problem for me. I'm
still
not going to
pretty
do anything
wounded
else
as
with him.
well.
Okay, so he heals you all to full.
Okay.
Thank you for your help. We shall try to find the remaining part of you.
Do what you can. Good luck. Kind of waves you off. And he floats back into the wall.
He's very handsome, Miss Linsidis.
I give her a nudge. You like him?
Minus the dead part or the translated complete.
You freak.
You know, I wish I didn't know you were a Tolan, man.
He had the wispy hair.
Keep it now. That's hilarious. I'll write something in my notebook.
She's also obsessed with death, huh?
Yeah, she is.
It works on so many
Okay.
levels.
So, I mean, my opinion is the guy was honestly trying to help us. I'm looking for this armory with this armor for Kirill.
That's going to
Well,
be
that was like the
all the way
complete
at the
opposite
start.
way of where we're trying to go.
Yeah, but he said the way we knew the way to get in, right? The name.
We'd have to
Yeah,
like,
but to me, I mean, we could go look for it. I suppose. I don't.
I
really
just-
care, but
we should go
he's so
after
weak
we
without-
get to his room.
I feel like he needs the armor,
That's
man.
That's literally
Plus,
like
I will
backtracking all the
say,
way.
like, out of character, it sounds like we're in a point where we've sort of cleansed the outward evil of the fortress, and we're relatively free to roam around. He said we were welcome to come back anytime, kind of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just. I mean, we've been out there, you know.
It's been like 3 days. I feel like
But
since we've been
on
here.
top of
Dibs
that,
on the blood bag room.
saying the armory.
I'm just saying, like,
was
It's only
all
been
full
2
of,
days
like,
since you
rusted-
guys have been here.
everything
Like it's
I probably need to get
It's
back.
like it's
Holy
100
fuck.
years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
another thing.
we
Like,
need to
is
get him
Tao's
something that's
timeline is like
I'm like,
I think we got like a couple
I'm-
days, and that's it for him.
I don't know. It'd be nice if we
You
had some
actually have
all-knowing
you actually
person.
have about a week and a half still.
Okay. Was it 3
well,
weeks or
it's probably
2? I
closer
thought
to
it was
just a
2.
week left. It was 3
thought I had
weeks.
Okay,
2 days.
that's why. That's
No.
why. That's why.
You still have some more time.
I think
Okay.
we should continue forward. Personally.
Yeah.
Well,
I look at Carol.
You're wearing clothes. you're
He's
just not
looking like
wearing
He-Man.
armor. Do you have a shield?
He does have a shield.
Okay, that's right. That's
Okay.
the one thing you have. It's like that's the one thing I could give you. Never mind.
I gave Carol the nod like that. I tried, and then we move forward.
Because in the end, the shield only gives you 1 AC.
Gives you
So I'm
2
at 11.
AC. She give you 2
2?
AC. Yeah.
Mhm.
Shield
All
gives two.
shields, base shields give you 2 AC.
Yes.
Also, I think he said you're at 14. Am I mistaken?
That's when I still had some armor that was falling off as it was disintegrating.
So
That was
you
before
got
I
a
deleted
no
it.
armor -1 plus your 2 AC. So you kind of like added up to a +1, right?
Yeah, it's like 12.
Right. What?
I'd give you
Really?
my
I thought it was
leather
more than
jacket,
that.
but I can't.
So you have 10 AC base. Then you have your Dex mod, which is -1. Then you have your shield, which is +2. So you have 11 AC.
Okay.
Wonderful.
It's fine.
He's a squishy boy.
Yeah, but you guys have to
100-year-old
remember,
armor is not going to help.
Kirill's only evaded an attack through AC once this entire campaign. So what's the difference?
I'm not saying that isn't true. I'm saying that feels
He
true.
also doesn't benefit from his heavy armor.
Yes, he will. He
ability.
will not gain his feet for -3 because he's not wearing any heavy armor.
Yeah, that's like a big dick talent, by the way.
Here's the guilt
It's
trip.
up to you guys. You can do whatever you want.
I'm with my boy, dude. I think we should get him at least a little chainmail. I think we get him some. A little something.
Okay. So you start.
Does
the
anyone
process of
disagree
moving.
before I make
back.
the decision myself?
I think we should keep going forward to finish up the check with the thing.
Well,
in
I
front
will
of us.
concede to a majority.
Guys, I got an idea. Watch this.
See
You're
the
just with the
percentile
party?
die.
You're
Wow.
just with the
Okay, we're
party.
not doing it.
Well, how do I know that you didn't just flip your decision before you? Just kidding. All right, I don't care.
Alright,
not
You
my
gotta call it
character.
while it's in the air.
You gotta call it while it's in the enter button.
Yeah.
Alright, move forward.
Okay. So the hallway starts to ascend. There's just like stairs, and it goes pretty far. Maybe 90 to 100 feet before it changes directions, and it starts to ascend again in the opposite direction. About
Does it
90 to 100 feet.
Split or does it make a sharp right?
This makes a sharp right. And then it continues for another 90 to 100 feet until it switches back. And this time
It's the never-ending staircase.
yeah, it plateaus, and it goes about 60 feet farther. And there's the backside of a large stone doorway.
Time is now.
We go to brave the storm.
Okay. And it starts
Or-
opening.
I want to ready a cantrip for attack if I see.
I ready my bow as well.
Okay. All right. So you guys are ready to just strike out. Well, the first thing that you see is the door opens.
Specifically, I would
First.
take the time to discern whether or not it appears readily friend or foe or not. I'm not just going to shoot any shadow that I see on the other side. But yes, I am very much on edge.
Okay. So the doorway starts to swing open, and you see a very fine chamber with these felted carpets and rugs around, and there's this nice couch, and there's this huge hearth, and this beautiful desk that's all kind of a little bit weather worn. But as it opens and swings even further open, you see a figure, a cloaked figure, that's facing away from you currently. Do you release your attacks?
No, I have not identified it. I would not.
Okay, Nisha.
I'm still holding.
It kind of turns climactically towards you, and he
It's
pulls back his
Jonathan.
head, and it is Jonathan.
No.
No.
Much worse for wear, but he's wearing it well. You see,
God, I'm good, boys and girls.
you
It's
see
actually
His
Jonathan.
hair, his hair's grown out, like he hasn't had somebody to groom it for a few months,
How far is he
Or-
from us?
few weeks, and he's probably, I guess, probably like 40 feet away from you.
I run at him.
He opens his arms out wide. like-
And he
Excellent.
slits your throat.
I embrace him readily.
And he embraces you back. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. This is incredible. You guys conquered it.
What foul
You conquered
circumstance
it."
brought you here? We were worried to death.
I know. I left a trail for you though, and you succeeded. Oh my goodness, this is historic. We are given a great opportunity. Come on. Let's gather up. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Let's get through it quickly.
We have many.
you-
I've got a lot to talk about.
I am most overjoyed to see you alive, my friend.
Tau rolls initiative.
Oh, wait.
He's punching him in the face. That's what he's
Bastard!
Dad!
doing.
I've kept my eye on each of you, and I am incredibly proud of what you guys have accomplished. Nobody has passed those trials in hundreds of years, at least 100.
You know of the trials. I mean, you've been here, but the
I brought you
warden
specifically
stated
here
that he had not
to
seen
do them.
any venture forth in some time.
I came in the back way as he gestures towards a large balcony, and you can see that there is a beaked creature, kind of like pecking around the corner, looking at you guys,
Goose!
kind of squawking.
Yeah, right.
Squawking. But yes, yes. Please tell me of your journeys. What has happened? Been keeping an eye on you. Sometimes as you don't have a lot of time to really focus in on you guys.
You
How have
said
things gone?
You said you brought us here, but how did you bring us here?
Oh, that's so. To start it off, there was this woman, and she's from Orgenda. She's a noble, and she
Mm.
was harassing me, trying to get me to marry her. But I could tell that she was just after my name and my money. Maybe I'm sure she has more than me, but she wanted
The
my
one
name.
that
for some
visited you
reason.
at the inn many times.
Yes, Rosalind Nemia. Any case, she
Name drop.
she
She's in our
excuse
character
me.
notes.
She wanted me to marry her, and I could tell that it was for some power play, something
Political
like
gain.
that. So the first time she asked me, she
grasp
tried
my
to
sword.
seduce me. Second time, she tried to buy me, and the third time, she threatened me. And that was probably 3 months ago.
Ever
So,
heard of this lady?
make a history
This
check.
was the ones that we saw her join him for
Do I have
court business
advantage?
many times.
Because I was in the
believe.
Knights of or the Novices of Namina.
Sure.
I believe we talked about this before.
20.
So she is a powerful noble who owns a large stretch of land and is probably the most influential regional mayor in this Insulura right now.
Okay.
So yeah. So when she threatened me, I knew that I had to step away, but I knew that if I just disappeared, my will would trigger and my inheritance would be delivered to you and to the people of Sand City. So I had it.
I shy away. Let's stand behind Haldir.
So I had it ransacked by the first flame, and I had intended.
You ordered
for
the first flame to attack the.
I did,
Why?
but well, I told them not to kill anybody, but they did. And
Not to
there's
be
certainly a lot
trusted.
more of them than I anticipated. So I had them all killed, and I did it in a way that I hoped that you guys could take credit for it. Did you take credit for that?
Fuck yeah.
Future
Look
heroes.
at Haldir be like, when did we take credit?
You know
We did.
that Alfred died. We found him
What? When?
in the mountains around Sand City.
Shortly after your disappearance.
There was a note upon him.
Well, I had intended for him to deliver my will to you.
He did, albeit with his life.
How did he die? What happened?
Tao found him.
Tao killed him?
No.
No.
Tao, I gestured at Tao.
It honestly seems likely.
That was like 6 months ago. He got attacked by
It was a starved like a mountain cat or something like that.
Suppose,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
we don't know, but he was left for dead on the side of the mountain.
Alfred could fight off a starved crag cat. That's nothing.
We thought it odd as well.
That's what I said, and everybody said I was stupid.
well, you are.
So tell me, what did you guys do next after you left Sand City? What happened?
We made for Unam
Well-
and were beset upon by assassins.
What? Oh, assassins. Who?
They are
What?
Disfigured men.
A disfig-
They, with a crossbow. And it's
And you
black.
survived?
Well,
We have had the misfortune of happening upon him twice. Both times have been... Well,
Well,
they've been misfortunate.
Fortunate.
We've been close to losing our lives every time.
One
Kind
of
of looks
them-
down. Go ahead.
One of them is dead outside. He was hiding in the bushes with a crossbow.
Kind of looks up. There's just like a trace of panic in his eyes. People don't survive the disfigured attack. Like, ever.
we did say it was very rough.
Well, I would agree with you, Jonathan.
Why would
Were
they-
it not for the being 5 of us and 1 of them. In both instances.
Including Goose.
Yes. Including Goose.
Zeus did not die to one of these men.
I meant,
I know what he
Yes.
means.
All right. So
We've
they
been
know you're
chasing-
here.
We've been
Also,
chasing Red
We
Fury.
would presume they do. We don't know where they trace us. They seem to be
How long
on our
ago was
flanks.
that?
I would say 3 days, 4 days. Right? What do you think it
No,
is?
the last attack.
Most
that was
recent?
there, we
The
did
most
a
recent
long
one
rest
was
and shot
4 or
it.
Like
5
2
days.
days.
Well, we spent 2 days here, right? And then we went to the camp with the Lancers or whatever out there.
Yeah, didn't we do that right after those
That was right. Well, we'd
guys
rested.
drank
Well, we
the soup?
tried to rest. I think it's been 3 days then.
The very last attack was right on the way here, though. Like
Which
in the
was-
canyon.
If we're all looking at the map, we went across, camped in there overnight, went over there, which took all
Also,
day. And then we spent 2 days
uh,
here in the dungeon.
Then 2 days was the last time that we ran
That's
into
my
the one that we
opinion is
killed.
that it took us a day to get here. So it's
Also,
been 3
Tam
days.
and Tao are wanted in Unam.
Yes, but we don't.
How dear is just
we
throwing people
don't.
under the bus.
We don't
We'll
need to
never go
speak
back
of
there.
that.
Well, that's the there's
They'll
a lot
soon
there.
forget the bald man.
In any case, it was my intention for you to leave Solura anyways. But at least for now, we need to do that soon if what you're telling me is correct. The disfigured are after me, and I haven't run into them yet. But if you said that they were here and you killed one of
I
them,
don't believe we ever
then
said
they
they
are
were
going
after
to
you.
come
Jonathan.
here and kill us all.
They were tracking us and they attacked us. I have no reason to believe they were interested in you specifically. Most of the people I've
Why
run
would they
into
be after
have
you
said
except for me?
you were
We
dead.
are
That's what they've all said.
Do you think that she actually thinks I'm dead? That I just disappeared?
Well,
No, they're obviously
only until I've been hearing the word
was-
Garant around. How have I been hearing so much about murder and assassination?
What? It doesn't matter.
Isn't there a bigger problem?
Is there?
Where's the crown?
Well,
You
that's
Rampig?
I am Renfield. That's
Of course
actually
you
the name,
are.
the alias that I went under, and I do have the crown.
Oh,
I
the
wanna
take my-
necromancer.
I want to take my backpack off my
The
back and toss it at her.
necromancer.
And he produces it, and it's this
I knew
laurel
it.
crown of flames. It's gold worked as flames. It's like a light crown that would set on your head, and it's like rough, razor sharp around where it would rest. He doesn't place it on his head, but he produces it from his pack, and he says, "The reason I brought it here was so that we could keep it in the sanctum and hide it away
Hamura
forever."
attacked us. Her brother, who was...
She's quite the zealot.
What was this
But
all
you killed
about? Why make it so difficult?
Because I wanted it to look like you guys were the heroes and that you guys could be something special and more. And specifically so that I could try and buy Tao's contract out if you wanted to leave.
I'll look
Yeah,
at
fat
Howard with
chance.
an eyebrow raise. How living might not be a bad idea.
How do you know? How did you know the phrase for the room?
He
I didn't.
He still doesn't, by the way, and maybe that is for the best. I'll say that as I hold out my hands for the crown.
The phrase to the
He-
room, is that only the front
Shut-
entrance?
Didn't he need to know it to get to where he is right now?
No, he came in through the
balcony.
window.
That's why I'm
Have a
asking.
drink.
Okay,
The
yeah, I
way that
get
we
that,
should have
but
came in.
He flew in. through
Is
the
there...
balcony.
You mentioned a
That's
rear
some shit
passage.
security right there.
Is the...
Well, you had to go through another doorway.
The word not required for the rear passage.
The
They're
word is
required
required
for
for the
both.
rear passage for both of them.
Okay.
May I
uh,
have the
and-
crown?
He hands it to you. But as
I'm
you
gonna-
grab it, he says, "Don't put it on."
Put it
That-
on.
Was not.
I'm
my
sorry,
intention.
what does
I
he
stand and
hand to
look at
us?
everybody. I'm gonna go back to the door, whisper the phrase as quietly as I can.
I'm...
Oh, you left it open, so
So, again, I didn't... What was the passage? The phrase?
do you? So you heard
I
him
came
say
to brave
it.
the hearth. I go to brave the storm.
Okay.
Came to
First
tend,
one-
tend the hearth.
Well, you know.
I
on.
want to put the crown underneath the sword, in close vicinity, so if any fiend comes near it, they'd have to go through the sword. And then go back out again.
I just,
Okay.
taking all this in, just thinking, sort of shaking my head. We know this region is in open war right now. Multiple regions attack. Solura, Lanar is on the precipice of attacking us. We met with a legion, a regent of individuals defending the border.
He gestures to the balcony and he starts walking towards it. and you can see out into the field very far. You're pretty high up, and you can see out to the north, and you can see fires burning from where they are like setting fire to just the plains in general, and you can see where there is like open skirmishes between riders of Yankost, lancers of Yankost, and what now appears to be like foot soldier battalions from Lennar that are trying to like push, and like the lancers are harassing them, and they're not far off. You can see the encampment that you came from in particular.
Okay.
And he says, yeah, I'm aware. I'm trying to organize this two purposes here. I've allowed you to become, well, 3 purposes. You guys are heroes. You'll be heroes to the Lancers of Yankost because you gave them a stronghold. You'll be heroes to the people of the Twins, the church, because you recovered this ancient sanctum. And you'll be heroes because you put down the first bandits. All incredible things. And we've given a stronghold to the Lancers of Yankost, which hopefully will allow Lennarans, will stop the Lennarans and give us a foothold to strike back at them. And from what I'm understanding, they're withdrawing their troops from the south because they're not finding strong enough purchase, and they're bringing them to the north. So this foothold will be extremely important. You'll be rewarded. I'm certain of it.
That's good because we spent all the money.
And all of it.
Reward your, well, command rather. Your
there's a reason we made it
prowess.
this far.
Well, what next, Jonathan? What's the ultimate plan here? We sought out on this journey after learning of your disappearance with no warning. Here we are at seemingly the end of it, and we've war upon our borders, but you seem to have orchestrated the whole thing. Is this your plan? What's going on?
I didn't orchestrate the Lennarans, and I didn't orchestrate...
Not the Lennarans, but the defense of Solura.
Yes, I still value and care about my own nation. This is my Solura, and I will defend it. The reason that I went specifically to get the crown, which would not have been released unless they thought I was dead, is because I believe it to be a weapon that we can use. But I don't quite understand it yet, and I'm doing my research to try and figure out how we
Can I make
can...
it back for like his speech here?
Sure. We can say you make it back at this point.
I know I've closed the door behind me. I'll close the other door as well.
Okay.
And I'll say some weapons should not be used.
Jonathan,
I agree. What?
What do you know of Linsidis?
He was the person who gave Kinnick the crown, doomed him, I suppose. But he was an archbishop, best friends with Kinnick, and he basically allowed him to become king. His support, he became king anyway.
If he were alive, what would that change for you? Anything?
Depends on in what capacity. It's been 100 years. Do you mean he's a lich or something?
We don't rightly know, but we
He's
have
a
reason to
necromancer.
believe he's alive.
He is alive.
Necromancer.
He's not a lich. We would have known that, or he would have known that. He knows he's alive.
Woo!
That's another factor I don't know what to deal with. But if he were alive and we had his knowledge, maybe we could utilize this weapon more fully. And I understand.
Just agreed that we shouldn't use it.
We need to keep it away until I know how to use it correctly. Let alone placing it on your head makes you insane.
Ooh,
Supposedly.
I want to try it.
I'm not
crown
exactly sure.
Does?
But Rosalina wants to take control of Solura. That's why she wanted my name. I believe she's the one who's prodding the Lennarans into this fight. And what I understand now is that there's a legion of Japuran lancers and pikes headed this way to assist us, quotations, in fighting this war. And if they turn against us and they are at her command, she could greatly weaken regional factors. She could take control. Like she wanted my name so that she could claim herself queen or empress or something. The reason that I hid away was so that I could fight against her while not dying to disfigured and while gaining this crown and keeping it out of her hands. If it made it to Sansudi, I have no doubt that she would have.
You were being
destroyed
hunted
you
by
and taken it.
Disfigured?
But she certainly has the capability of sending them
Obviously
out. And
we were,
since they're
but, you know.
attacking-
They are
Yes.
he's the target. We were a target to get to him. It
Okay.
makes sense. So he will have to leave here.
What is
I'd like you all to
your
make
what are your
perception
next
checks.
moves? Okay.
My next move is to continue
What
and
the?
is to continue to research this information here, hopefully to try and find something about this crown. And beyond that,
Something's climbing the mountain.
Surely you don't
By the
need
way.
to perform your research here in this.
okay, so when you say
Fortress.
something's climbing the mountain, you you can hear a like pin being pulled, like a metal on metal, and
Hmm.
there is an object that flies down from above you. You guys are all on that balcony. And I'd like you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh
Oh
lord.
my god.
Rip Jonathan.
17. We have a reaction time. That's a lot of good dex saves.
Rip Misha.
Okay,
Didn't make
so
Someone grab it.
On
Get it
fire.
away from him.
dexterity save. So Tammin saves, Tao saves, Haldir saves, and Jonathan saves. So Kirill, or excuse me, yeah, Kirill and Misha.
Do we
you
readily hear
guys-
this ping?
Yes, everybody hears that sound, and then you guys see this
Okay, so
this,
this
like,
is more of a reaction.
orb fall in front of you.
Okay.
And Kirill and Misha, you guys are just kind of like, what's going on? And you're blinded and deafened. Everybody else who made
Dumb.
their saves, you are just deafened as this loud ring goes off.
I immediately
And
make a
you
perception check
see-
to try to see anyone. In
Well,
the
you
room.
see immediately coming down
Okay.
from the top, you see people swinging in on ropes, 6 individuals
Okay.
jumping down and moving into fighting. You guys, Tao, Haldir, and Tammin, you guys will start off next session with a round fighting them. Everybody else, you lose a round in surprise, and that's where we'll
Okay.
pick it up next time.
These are assassins. All right.
As
you, Thomas.
as the assassins descend upon you, we will see what happens and who survives.
Hey,
On the next Wednesday,
good kush.
this Wednesday.
As in 3 days from
Yeah.
now, you mean?
Yes, in 3 days from now. Yeah.
Assuming no cuckery.
Mhm. But Misha took the crown inside.
Yikes.